Not the sun, the waterfall, sorry. There you go. Annette was liking the view from the deck, so it is almost midsummer. Midsummer, I think, is at like 4 in the morning. But the sun is it's been raining a bit. Not too much, but we've got some sun in the sky too. But there's sun on the mountain over there where the waterfall is. Well, now it just moved. Damn it. Anyway, I have been home today sick. I got a fever, but that's it. But I was supposed to walk to work in the rain this morning, and then I got tomorrow I have to go pick up my kids, so I didn't want to risk it. But fortunately, the fever has not come back, so hopefully this was just a one hit, one fever, one partisan wonder, and then we're good. But otherwise, that's the first time I've had a fever since 2022. Cat scratch fever, yeah. No, but I've been laying on the couch all day long, so I look like shit, but I'm feeling good. So hopefully that did the trick. Anyway, the sun, if I zoom out, is still high in the sky. Now, if you remember, well, of course, there's winter when it doesn't come out off at all, but usually it'll only hit down there, and now it's like all the way over here at this time of day, and it's 7 o'clock. So it'll be going like this, and then it will go behind the mountains tonight. Thank you, Osmond. I had Karl bring home some treats from you today, so we have some show and tell from Osmond. But yeah, the sun will disappear behind the mountains a bit, and then it'll come back up again over there and go a full round, and it'll slowly get darker and darker and darker. Well, the opening scene had the light on the picture, by the way, on the waterfall. But now it looks like the mountains or the blue sky is starting to disappear. So I saw Torben has rain. It looks like we could get some rain. Tomorrow there'll be skydiving. No, actually, I lied. Tomorrow they will be dropping by helicopter. They will jumping off a helicopter just around over the village there. Not landing in the village, we hope. But anyway, landing just outside the village, and they will be doing that from 10 o'clock in the morning for at least, I don't know how long. And then on Tuesday, they will be jumping from up there, but that's base jumping, no helicopters. So it'll be quite fun to see. But anyway, we'll do one more beautiful look at the waterfall that's slowly disappearing. I'm glad we got it with the sunlight on in the beginning because the sun is just moving more and more west. They will be dropping down from Osgård. Osgård, yes. So beware of falling humans. The bonfire has started. The bonfire, we're starting it tomorrow. Tomorrow's the actual day. Because the longest, I think it's the high point is AM, 4:24 AM. So tomorrow is the day it actually gets celebrated. We will be picking up my kids that day though, so I will not be in the village, but there will be some people holding a little flute and banging drums and such and having a feast. The village is full today, so they have the feast there tonight as well. We do like a bring your own barbecue for Gilda for all those that have when the village is full to kind of celebrate the end of a week. So it gives us this market feel. But no, I'm staying home today because I wasn't sure how that fever would go. But fortunately, it was a one-off. So some mild coughing, but nothing persistent. So I think I think I got lucky there. I didn't actually get full on sick, but I didn't want to take any chances. Like I said, I got to pick up my kid in the morning. So anyway, but there you go. There's a little hint at sun, but then we'll go in because I got stuff. Whoops, see if it's not turning. The gimbal is not behaving. Ta-da! Now it's behaving. Yeah. Okay, then we'll go in. There's something wrong about this time of year because the cats don't want. I mean, we keep changing the water in the cat bowl, but they keep climbing in the sink. I see one of them put a nice poop on the floor 2 seconds ago. Oh, I'm echoing in the background because I didn't turn my sound off. Hang on. There. Now it's good. So, Karl, come have a seat and I'll pick you up some food. Or should we do show? We got to do show and tell first. Yes, so my drink of choice today is going to be First Price Bubble Water. Carbonated water in the cheap ass kind in addition. First Price is this, whoops, sorry. First price is as good as no name. Generic. It's my favorite brand. My kids, oh, but we know what you like best, Mom. We know you like First Price best. I'm like, no, it's because it's cheap. It's generic. But it says water with Von Mikulsira is water with carbonation or carbonated water with gas, they say in Europe, but it's carbonated water anyway. So that's what I'm having because it's it feels
Where in Europe they say that? So
everywhere I go, even in Norway, when I go to, if you go to a restaurant and you ask for water, they will ask you, do you want that with or without gas? I'm like, I'd prefer to leave the gas at home. But no,
that's
but they say that.
probably bad English translation of
Fizzy water, that's a better word for it. Yeah. Would you say a better?
It's a bad English translation of kulsyre.
Yeah, but they do that everywhere. I mean, even in Austria and I don't think they said that in England though.
Going to make any comments about Austrians and gas.
Okay. Well, anyway, so I'm having bubble water. I don't know what Carl's drinking today, but for me, this is about as alcoholic as it's gonna get. Because it hasn't been. It's
to basically do a blitz run of the shop, so I didn't have time to even look at beer.
nah. And there's there you go. With carbonation. You see the bubbles in there? There you go. Oh, I got photos coming in. I saw Albert sent photos earlier and Torben sending photos now. Outer had a photo posted. Okay, hand me the goodie box. And I have more goodies. We got lots of little presents today. So we have to show them off. For one, I got some sort of a green tea.
This puzzle thing wasn't in the goodie box.
No, I put those in afterwards. I'll put those here. No, Dimitri brought me some treats from Latvia.
Oops.
He's here for the majority of the summer. So we got tea. Oh man, I'm super zoomed in. Okay, there we go. Tea. And I don't know exactly what it is. He was trying to explain what it was, but I think it's chamomile. I'm not sure, but anyway, for those of you who can read Latvian, that's the tea. So I'll have to try that a little. It smells good though, but it smells kind of like chamomile, so it's supposed to be really good for you. So this, yeah, there you go. Oops. Smoke it, Karl, says Torben. Meanwhile, Torben, Torben, I have to say I'm a little concerned with my eyesight. See, you were the first one to log in because even though I was home today, I'm still late as hell on YouTube. And there I see it. Torben writes first and then breaks out into Celine Dion or whatever's trying to sing all by myself. Don't want to be all by myself anymore. Anyway, and then he writes it with long drawn out letters so that you could really get the Bridget Jones kind of feel going. And but instead of doing A-L-L-L-L-L-L, he does A-A-A-A-A-A-A-A-L, and I couldn't help but telling Karl that I misread that. I thought it said, and I'm so sorry for anybody who hasn't seen this before, but we're really kind of potty mouths, not for kids. I read anal by myself. Don't want to be anal by myself anymore. So, Torben, anyway, how's things going? Okay. Can you imagine?
The problem is, yes, I can vividly, and I don't want to.
He says I don't bend that way. Karin is analytical, yeah, or analytical. It's however you want to say it, Roger. Okay, so other treats that I got. I couldn't help it. I had to share that. It was funny. He also brought me a candle, Dimitri. When I say me, I mean Karl. He's got to smell it too. And he tried to pick a logo that wasn't too that would kind of y'all crack me up. It's been what, 5 minutes and we're already talking about some misread stuff. 10 minutes. Anyway, so we got a candle too, and we haven't lit this one yet. And again, I have to look up what this is in Latvian. There we go. Aromatic candle anyway. But it smells pretty good. It smells almost it almost smells like medicine-y. But and look at the like the little dead bug in there already. No, I think that crawled in there when it almost no, it's not quite. I was gonna say it almost smells like the mosquito ones, but it's not a mosquito repellent one. But I bet the scent would be strong enough to repel mosquitoes. But it smells. It's no, it's a little more perfumey than medicine-y. For those of you who can read, otherwise I'll do some Googling later and figure it out what it is. She says, "That's why I come," says Sandy. "I love hanging out with y'all via the stream, where we're all sitting there doing anal all by ourselves." Anyway, so we got a fun treat from Dimitri. Yeah, he's here almost all summer. Then I had a supplier come by today or last week and try to convince me to buy touristy stuff. This is actually a pretty. I did actually order 1,000 piece puzzle. It's on back order and it's got like a Viking scene to it, but just to test because we have kids puzzles in the store, but we do not have an adult size puzzle, and we got cabin people. So I thought, okay, but I told the guy, okay, Lofoten, Bergen, Ålesund, these are all places, no, but if you would do a Gudvangen one, the fjord, for example, that might be kind of something we'd be interested in. But first, I have to wait till the 5 puzzles that I did order with the Viking scene arrive and then see how they sell. If they sell immediately, then yeah, maybe we should order some. But anyway, so we have a puzzle to test. He let me choose which ones out of, and I said, well, let's try Lofoten for the mountains. If you don't know where Lofoten, anyway, what is Lofoten, or where and what? Tell us about Lofoten.
If you look at the northern part of Norway and you see something that kind of sticks out like a penis,
Are you taking a jab at Lofoten? Also has a Viking village. Well, it has a Viking chieftain's hall and like a farm area, but
one house. I think you have to have at
it's a
least,
very long house.
but you have to have at least 2 to call it a village.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No, that's true. But I think they have, yeah, anyway, they have a market that goes every year too. But it's also where a lot of the salmon come from. Roger was sending me a picture of salmon, which by the way, I should find that picture.
I
Uh,
press X to doubt here. I don't think they have a lot of salmon in Lofoten.
no, but when the United States gets salmon, at least Trader Joe's, they seem to get it from Norway. And so Roger sent me a picture. I got to show you that in a minute here as soon as I get it up. That sounded bad.
Cod, yes. Salmon, no.
Let's see. Still oh yeah, he's got other couple fun things I gotta share and show too. Let's see. I'm gonna find the right person. There it is. Yeah, there was an AI book also that we got from the same supplier, which isn't gonna happen. Not only were the pictures were AI, so it was quite obvious, but the text you said, I hadn't
Yeah,
flipped through the
but,
book yet. I'd only looked at the
we are not
pictures.
buying it, so it's not really anything to talk about.
No, there it is, the salmon. No, okay, there we go. Norwegian smoked salmon. This is what Rogers got out in Huntington Beach from Trader Joe's, and it's called Norwegian smoked salmon. It's looking very like rose painted. Then it says Trader Joe's Norwegian smoked salmon is made from Atlantic Salmon Farm, raised in the icy cold water to the water of the fjords in Norway, and then smoked and sliced and packed. But it has a different color than ours. It like looks very pale. Ours is more red.
Yes, but that's the smoking process, I guess. I'm guessing that I've just smoked it less.
Yeah, maybe. And then there was this part too. He takes the ingredients: Atlantic salmon, color added, salt, sugar, contains salmon. No, so I guess it's a good thing though. Farm raised salmon, but anyway, a product of Norway. And so he was talking about salmon farming, but we do that here.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of them out by your house. I think we've seen a few of them on YouTube once upon a time when driving.
It's just one within optical range of my house.
Yeah.
Well, in the optical range of the house in Selja.
Oh, but at nighttime it just looks like a ring of lights in the
Yeah.
water, and then there's like an unmanned ferry boat going back and forth. Is that what you said? There's like a little boat that goes back and
Yeah,
forth.
the thing that feeds them and it adds medicine and does all that.
How does that work? I mean,
Well,
it just goes around and just kind of inserts things into the water, or
yeah, it's pretty easy. It's not in a particularly weather hard area, and I assume they more the thing when the weather is bad.
oh,
So it just kind of either it operates completely independently or somebody is remote controlling it. I'm not sure. I think it is
More
completely
pictures.
independent.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought it was interesting anyway to see how that worked out. The salmon farming. but you kind of have to. Nowadays, there's a lot more people in the world. Anyway, if they make us a nice one with a Gudvangen one, and they sell well, I kind of like that. One thing I'm going to give them is the size. This will
Yeah.
fit in a suitcase.
I have entirely given up on trying to predict tourist behavior.
No, I
would
don't either.
think you would have to be an absolute lunatic to buy a 1,000-piece puzzle on your vacation.
I would think
Then
so.
again, our boss likes to do
Your
puzzles
boss
on
loves to do
vacations,
puzzles. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that doesn't completely negate the possibility that
No,
you might be an absolute lunatic. But
I mean, the pieces, they looked good and everything. So they look like, whoop. Well, now there's one less piece to the
that's
puzzle.
why you don't bring them on your vacation.
No, I mean, the pieces look fine. So the quality of it seems just okay. It's right here by my foot. I didn't want to. Anyway, so I'm going to say this one and do this with my kid, and at least that's what my head says. But she'll probably get here and she's like, "No, I don't want to do that." So I'll be doing it by myself.
Because your kid is sensible.
Last time I tried to do a puzzle with my kid, it was 5,000 pieces. No, 6,000 actually. Would have been great. Took the entire kitchen table, and then cats.
No, we don't.
Now yeah, I'm
Stray cats.
Yep. Anyway, we got okay. So this is something that Osman made last time that we ordered in. It's nice and thick, and it has a horn toggle that he put on there. So this is made of horn. It almost looks like wood, but it's the end of a drinking horn if you think of it that way. So you can use all parts of the horn. And he made age-looking pages, which is what we really love. So yes, they didn't have books in the Viking age, but sometimes, for example, the chieftain who does ceremonies, etc., they need to have some things written down, in which case we want to make it as discreet as possible.
The Vikings didn't have books, but books is kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But this is paper and not parchment, so that would be wrong.
Yeah, that'd be wrong, but we gotta fit with modern day too. Some people, I mean, they're thick enough that you can do sketching and painting on them if you wanted to. You can see the thickness in the paper. It's not super thin, so you could use it as a sketch pad or however. I've even used one of the pages to make price tags with. Get out! Oh my god, the cat. Now I know I left this in my backpack. The cat wants to smoke it. Anyway, so these ones finally arrived. We're super happy. We took a while to order them, but we ran out really quickly in the shop when we had them last time. So now we have a massive amount. So they're in the store too. So Osman, you do beautiful, beautiful work. And then he sent us a sample. And this one was so fun. I have to say, I like the cover of this one better though, Osman. But other than that, I took a picture of my boss wielding this thing because it's huge. And she looked like she was conducting a ceremony or some ritual rites. It's flipping huge, this book. But it's a sample of it, and my boss liked it so much. We are going to be ordering about 20 of them just to try them out for fun. But we would go with this cover, Osman, on that book because we like this one more. But the size, and of course we can't do it. He's got a key on it for those of you who want a little bit more later times. But we'd use a horn toggle as well to kind of keep it on the Viking. But the key is cool. So I will be writing him an order for those eventually. Because imagine if you're going to be doing painting or journaling or scrapbooking, whatever, but there's big pages in here that you can use. And they're sewn in, by the way, too. You can see. So this will be fun. So I have a picture of my boss looking like this. Thou takest thy holy hand grenade. But it's so cool. It's huge. Anyway, so this was a fun sample. Thank you very much, Osman. I'm not sharing. I think we're going to have to keep this one for ourselves. And then he got some more things in there too, presents and stuff. This one I have to bring back to work though. We're selling these. But he brought some not quite Viking things, but something he thought you might like. And I didn't open it, so I'm gonna let Karl open it. Yeah, if you want me to save you one of these books, I will say when I know Anne is coming for the Needlebinding Festival in November. I threw out a little teaser because our printed material isn't ready yet, but there's a teaser on my Facebook page about the Needlebinding Festival. And I think I shared it to all the needlebinding groups. But yes, I'll save you one. So they don't sell out in the meantime. What do you think? You gotta show them what it is. Let's see.
I'm trying to read the text on old.
Yeah. It says old monk. Yeah, you gotta turn it this way. Old monk. He said, yes, that's the bottle for Karl, sir, with the goblet glasses. Yeah, that's the next one I had to open up. Let me just turn this around again so you can see. There we go. You don't want to look at the mess on my couch.
Really good.
Yeah, he wanted to send you a little, and it's got hinges here too, though, so you can take the bottle. I think you can take it out if you need to. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah.
See how that works. It seems to be hinged on all sides.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, you're right. No, maybe it's this. Yeah, but you just rinse it anyway. It depends what you're gonna put in there. But you're gonna have to rinse it out properly afterwards instead of letting it sit. Oh, and it's got a little cork.
Yep.
So that was really cool. Here, we have to hold it up properly and they can see. Karl Street. Beautiful work, Osmond. Oh, these would be fun to have in the shop if it was the right time period, though. But what are you gonna put in it? And then we have a box.
Well, it looks a big glass all the way.
Yeah.
So I would say probably strong liquor.
Strong liquor, yeah.
Because that won't make it hard to clean.
No, but how long is it going to take you to empty it before you have to refill it again?
Well, that depends on my YouTube, the alcohol problem.
So maybe maybe brandy. You want something of color or clear? What would the old monk do? In a pretty box.
I believe vodka is probably the oldest of the strong liquors.
Also, it wouldn't discolor the inside with residue.
Rum would require sugar, so that's probably not quite as old. We know that gin was thought to be a medicine. That's kind of funny because gin is actually a medicine, but the medicine is not the gin. It's the tonic water that you drink with it, because they used quinine bark, which actually is the medicine against malaria. So gin and tonic, when you are a British officer traveling in the colonies, is actually good for you. But I thought it was the gin, so they kept prescribing straight gin to people, and that does nothing except make you drunk and happy, which so it does something.
By the way, I forgot to read on chat here. Just a little catch up a second. You said a supplier come by for today. Are you sure that is tea? No, the tea was from the tea in the candle is from one of our Vikings that was that comes every summer. And stays late into the season. The supplier that came by was on Wednesday, I think. And then Rodisby says the salmon color would be just the camera setting as well. Yeah, that could be. That looks so light. And then Torben says, so he basically painted a codfish and blew some smoke up its there's some more pictures. Robert is here, by the way. He said he popped in yesterday and caught earlier and caught up on last week's as well. He says hi, and he was trying to comment and forgot it wasn't live. You can put it in the comments section though. He says hi, everybody. Made it back in time to join. Just back from a Viking show at Dumbarton Castle. Hope you're all doing well. Scorcher of a day here. I'm actually kind of glad it's not too hot here. But was it hot in the village today? Did you have sun all day?
Oh, there was at least one period of really heavy rain.
Yeah. I thought I heard it raining pretty hard this morning, and that's why I thought I'd better stay home.
No, it was
Because the idea of walking 40 minutes in the rain don't work when
I was sitting on extra eggs. I was sitting inside the shed.
Yeah.
But I just saw it kind of open up and came down everywhere.
Everywhere. But you had some pretty clouds this morning too, I saw. Oh.
And the thing I don't like with rain is that the 12 o'clock tour is really big. And when they start opening their umbrellas, the people in the back can't see anything.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
you had to put the short umbrellas in front.
Yeah, but I can't really stop and reorganize them. Hey, you midgets, come over here. You incredibly tall Dutch people with your toddlers, go way over there. By the way, go to Ireland.
There's too many buses in our land right now. Let's see. Yeah, and then Annetta says, "Love that journal. It looks like my travel journal. See, it's be perfect for that's. I think those are great for vacation, but they sell well, so we're gonna definitely keep stocking them." Amro says, "Buying puzzles on vacation is like showing off. I give this as a souvenir, but I have the real thing. I've seen the real thing. Ha, nana, nana, nana."
Kind of makes sense.
That does. And Radisby says, "You don't have to lay the puzzle out on your vacation just because that's when you bought it." See, good point.
Yeah, but then control and tourists are not
It'll
things
be
that.
fun to see. The book is gorgeous, says Robert. Outer says, "Hi everyone. I'm at the Trondheim market visiting for a feast. It should start in 10 minutes. Hello to Trondheim Viking Market. I've been seeing so many fun pictures. One of these days we'll get to that one. And Lofoten. I haven't been to that one either. Oh, books one for me, says Amro. Yep, got one saved for you now. You can have this one here, actually. I'll set it aside because I only brought it here to show it off and then I have to bring it back to work. Yes, the bottle is for Karl sir with goblet glasses. I'm assuming that's what this is. The nice, pretty red velvet case.
See?
You got to open the hat. You got to. Oh yeah, you got to show off the lock. It's cool. Look at the hinge. Okay, thank you.
Yep, this would be.
He said the bottle is approximately 750 to 800 milliliters. Wine or anything liquid will go in there. Port, thinks Sandy was suggesting port. He said Old Monk is the Indian famous rum. Oh, there you go. You're gonna have to do rum. Oh, look at the goblets. I'm opening the other one. That's for cleaning, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but you got to get the plastic off. Yeah. So it has a. It's like an unboxing today. But I was supposed to bring this last week, but we were quick out the door. Look how pretty the brass goblets. All right. Nope, that settles it. You're gonna have to put some old. You have to put some rum in there.
This could actually kind of pass for Viking, I think.
You think?
If you say that you got it somehow through the Silk Road
And brought it back, yeah.
Like, this is the type of thing that Viking would probably buy. So
they didn't find anything shiny that they left behind, or they picked. If it wasn't nailed to the ground, they took it back with them. The Vikings.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I bury it in a hoard, and then I bury another hoard on top of it, and then I completely forget about both of them.
Until somebody 1,000 years later finds it. Roger also sent me a link this morning. There was a kid, I think a 6-year-old kid, 7-year-old kid who'd found a Viking sword recently.
Yep, on his school.
On a school trip, nonetheless. Yeah, that's what earned him another school trip to.
It's kind of funny because kids.
Etching.
I can vividly imagine that a lot of adults have walked right past that sword and thought, this can't possibly be what it looks like.
No, and it's been pushed around by because they thought it was part of a grave that was nearby that had already been excavated, but due to all the land work that the machinery and plows or whatever might have been dragging it along and just didn't notice it or thought it was just a rounded metal piece sticking out of the ground. It didn't.
It's like my niece.
Very pretty.
She came running home to her mother and go, "Hey, mama, look, I found a bullet." And her mother looks at it and goes, "It's not a bullet. I don't know what it is. Go and show it to your uncle."
Yeah.
And I take one look at it and go, "Yeah, no, that's a 9mm with clear striations. So it's been fired, but it has been stopped in something that didn't deform it at all."
Yeah.
And she goes, "So it's a bullet?" And I go, "Yeah, it's a bullet. Where did you get it?" "The mama said it wasn't a bullet." "Your mother is wrong."
By the way, Torben says, "Are you saying that gin has no health improving capabilities?"
It has some mild mood improvement capabilities.
We've seen that with Torben, actually.
As long as you use quinine in your tonic, it will give you some relief from your malaria.
Audrey said those look like silver. They do. It's brass, but it's on the camera. It kind of does, especially with the light. But I was gonna say if I put black, no, it does. It looks like silver in the picture, but closer to golden. Oops, I pulled up the thing here. There we go. Okay, you got more stuff in there. We gotta show up. More show and tell. He sent you Mark Samuel's coffee cup set 6-piece. Okay, that's for me. That they make. Let's see. I'll take one out here. Like a little beer mug.
Glass coffee cups.
But glass coffee cup. It's a sample. Yeah, this one has Loki on the front there. I don't know if you can see it. But I don't know if we can use these in the village though. I have to show it down here so you can see. Because they're too modern for the village, I think, but they're cool to see what he can make though. But he sent these ones as a gift too.
This wouldn't pass for Viking, no, but
But I'm gonna have coffee in them. There's 6 of them in here, by the way. We can have a lot of coffee in here. You want to see? I'll take out another one here. Limited table space because the cat found it. You know what the cat did? Not only did he lay down, but he laid down right on top of the chocolate box that we're still finishing from. Shot glasses, says Annette. Oh, cocktail room. Nothing like the sound of plastic on a camera. There. Ta-da! Skull. Oh, but they're really cool. Thank you.
that Loki too, or this is another?
Yeah, no, it's Loki. It's a set of Loki.
Hmm.
But I know I've seen he's got also ones with Thor and some other ones too. Shot glasses, also a gift from him. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm gonna have coffee in these ones. Okay, Anetta's gonna have shots. Karl's gonna have shots. I'm gonna have coffee in them, or maybe my little port wine. No, not the port wine, but the wine. What is it? Bordeaux. And then you got some leather kits, toiletry.
If I take a shot from this woman, you can visit me in the hospital.
I was gonna say you could use the other one, but you're gonna take a shot from that.
I said if.
Okay, then there was some more here. He also has 2 leather bags. They look like toiletry bags. These are kind of cool. Of course, zipper's not Viking, but they're fun to see. Fun to see what he makes. So, and there's more stuff in it. So they're pretty leather bags. We will use these for sure because I don't have a toiletry bag actually to put bathroom stuffs in when we travel.
I see more Loki stuff in here.
Yeah, those are the cups he makes. Yeah, he sent those he sent before, the coffee cups. There's another one. Yeah, these are the ones I was talking about. So we use these in the Freeman room. When our Vikings come, they don't. Some of them are coming from a long ways away. Like this year, this week we have people from Italy, Brazil, and Czech Republic. And then there's some more coming from further away. But when they come that far away, there's usually a plane involved, so they can't take all their dishes and such with. So we have some dishes and things set aside for them that they can use, and we used these in there, and they think they're so cool, which they are. It was just it's probably going to keep on ringing, but I can't. That's why it causes the YouTube to skip.
Kid or Freeman.
Freeman, but the Freeman has access to the door and he's in the group and everything, so he'll figure it out. But there you go. There's the coffee cup. But they're such nice mugs. And on the other side is a more modern looking Loki. Is yours the same?
I believe so.
There's more things in there. Oh, you got 2 cups in there.
Yeah, 2 cups.
Yeah, you've got Loki.
I believe they are both.
They're both Loki.
The same.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, there we go. We'll do it like that. Yeah. Let's see. Then this one had wallets in it. Take a look.
This is very similar to the one that you use.
Yeah, it is actually. Because leather wallets, those are actually nice to have when going on vacation and such. But is it big enough for Norwegian currency or American currency? Norwegian currency is big. Here, there's a second one. I'll show that one.
Who carries currency these days? I think this is probably big enough for Norwegian.
Oh yeah, it's big enough for Norwegian currency. Yeah, no, I just wasn't sure. Oh, this is a different style one. So you got one like show yours. There's 2 different styles. So you got the one for more credit cards. Like, okay, so this one's for Karl. No, it's like a billfold and a trifold, but this has an extra slot too. You could flash it like a badge. You want to flash it? Yeah. No, it's for the driver's license and things. So you don't have to take them out. This one's got lots of pockets. Okay, that one's for you. No, but this one is yeah, this one has more too. This one has also slots in there. We like pockets. And then you got work cards and everything. And this is also, I'm holding 2 at a time. Double on there. But this one would be probably American size one, I think, because I don't think you could get a 500 or 1,000 in there. It might stick this high up. The Norwegian ones. Well, we're going to test.
I think so.
But this one might. This one's deeper. Maybe. Or is it? Maybe. Yeah, no, this one's taller. See?
Mm.
So this one definitely would. But that one would work great for dollars.
Yeah.
And we have, oh yeah, this one is also double. And then has pockets galore because we love pockets.
If you insist on using paper money, you can always fold it.
Mm. I will get a thing and we'll show it here. Oh no, I'll take this bag then because this one is, I think I only have one cup in there. And then the toiletry bags, one in green and one in purple. And size enough for a mug and more. But you can see there. And it's lined. He's got cloth in there too. Osman, you do beautiful work. This is going to be fun. Which are you? No, you get the green one because you're a green Viking. I get the purple one. Mine. Sometimes it's good to be the purchaser in the store. Okay, but no, I have in here somewhere. I have my
American goes nuts if you do that.
the American does go nuts if you scratch the coach. Okay. We'll test it on currency here. Karl, he's kind of like my whore. When people like him, and I'm reading in the chats too. He said shot glasses. These are, yeah, those I read, and then the welcome one. So when Karl, people want to tip Karl, this is what you need cash for. So over time, anyway, they give him a tip and they give it in cash, whatever kind of cash they have. So we would get, he, not me, he gets dollars. Although once I got a tip too, dollars, and you get euros, and of course, kroner. So sometimes you get, I think you got British pounds once too. This one is euro. This one, let's see. I mixed them all together now. Anyway, so then Karl comes back and he flings money on top of my desk, and I like, good little whore. We call it vacation fund.
Yeah, and I don't think we call it horse. We call it boy of negotiable affection.
Boy of negotiable affection, and I'm the pimp. Just the tip, says Annetta. Shot glasses has other design too in that box. Oh, I will open up and take a look. So these are the fives. They're the small ones. They're about comparable to, this is a euro. Even smaller than a Norwegian 50, which is the smallest denomination in Norway. I think 5 is the smallest bill denomination.
Ones have the same width.
Yeah, that might be it. Yeah. Because the euro
have the same length.
I'm sorry, what?
They might even have the same length now. I think they are pretty standardized.
Yeah.
There used to be that the Norwegian 5 was smaller than the 10, the 50 was bigger than the 10, the 100 was even bigger, and then you keep going up to 1,000 and have like a sheet of paper. So
this is, I don't know, these tips have been going since at least, probably since December anyway. So it looks like a lot, but it's added up over time. We pretty much only use the cash on my kids. So they can run and go and pick stuff up in the store, or when we go through tax-free at the airport. That's a great way to dump all your bills because it doesn't matter what currency, if it's in a bill form, and then they just give you a kroner back, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, but there you can see the 20 is the biggest one. I think there's a 50 euro. We don't have one of those. That one. The boy of negotiable affection was the perfect place to arrive. Hello, boy of negotiable affection was the perfect place to arrive, says Maggie. Okay, so anyway, these are the 20 euros. There. Then we have 10 euro. They're getting a little smaller. All of these are very, I mean, it's monopoly money. Face it, if you're coming from the United States, this is monopoly money. So there's the 10s. And then of course the small 5s. Yeah, I know there's a 50 and higher up on that, but boy, that would take some serious prostituting to get that high of a tip. Sometimes they give you a group tip though, like the guide that brings in the group will have a tip, like a lump sum for you for all of them, because there's some of them, I don't know, we have a cash machine in the hallway, but people don't really do cash anymore, so a tip is surprising to sell when you get one.
That's how it works.
No, tell me.
If the guide gives me a tip, it's a tip from the cruise company or whoever.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
It's not like the guide goes around and collects money from all the tourists and then give it to me.
No, it's the cruise company. Sorry, I said that wrong. You're right. At least when I was getting a tip from the Koreans, the one people that don't like your tour.
Hmm.
They like the opposite of Karl is Karin. I'll give him a tour. Anyway, no, they gave me a tip, but it was yeah, it was from the company that does that tipping. So I have to put them in order here
If
now.
I think I am too stiff,
Yeah.
there is no other guide I can give them that is more
Are
energetic.
you calling me loose?
Yeah.
No, I am a much more Disney version, shall we say. Look, it's a waterfall. Oh, the sun came out. So anyway, then you got the Americans. I only go up to 10 here, sorry. Okay, there's a 10 dollar bill. You can see it's much longer. This is interesting though. If you're an American and you're only used to this kind of money, you can see how much bigger the money is. This is why a wallet is but it's the same height almost.
You only have to test the wallet with the biggest.
I'm showing off
note.
money for people who don't know what they look like. I'm probably getting in trouble on I don't know what YouTube forum. Then you have, but these are the new ones with the big Monopoly numbers in the bottom. When I left the United States, they didn't look like this. But they're still like Monopoly color green. Get out of the box, cat. Cat in the box. Then there's the fives. Again, same flippin' size. And then there's the ones. Great for stripper bars. Is that it? When they give you ones, where do they put them?
I don't think I've never gotten a tip anywhere but my hand. But my hand.
Okay. Anyway, but yeah, you can see the American money is
But it
all
has
same
happened
size.
that Vikings who drink coffee outside of the Viking village have people throw euros into their cups.
Mm. But then you have, let's see, then we have the Norwegian kroner. I don't think we have any British. I think we used them up last time we went through. Okay. But they're all folded up individually because I keep shoving them in the wallet as is. Okay, so now the Norwegian one gets a little really Monopoly. No, Monopoly money is the same size, but Norwegian money is not. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So I guess easier for a blind person to
Then probably the
decipher.
biggest note you have there is the 500.
I think the 500 is the biggest note. Yeah. So there you go. We have the little small 50s with the lighthouse. There. And then the back is some digital image. This is the new money. It was swapped out about 10 years ago, 15. So the old ones are now out of circulation. 100s are cool for Viking fans. It's got a Viking ship and some digital on the back. And then you've got the 200s, which is a fish. There you go. Is it a salmon, you think? It's got to be a salmon. What do you think it is?
It's not a salmon, I think. The salmon's lower jaw is longer than its upper jaw. This one seems pretty
Yeah.
symmetrical.
And then something digital on the back. And then you got the 500s. It's schooner. And
It's from.
it's from?
From.
From? What's from? It says Stavanger on the boat. Really far in there, but it's backwards.
Let me have a look. Just so I'm sure I'm not.
It probably says it on the side somewhere what it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure now.
Aneta says Karl needs a portable stripper pole, Viking stripper pole. Then he could randomly set it up around the village and drop it like it's hot.
Yeah. What do you think my Atgeir is, woman?
Atgeir! I want to see that. Quick, give me some ones. Make it rain. I think you can buy it. You can't even buy a coffee for $1 anymore in the United States. I think you need at least 7 or so. Anyway, okay, we could test the wallet though, but to see how. So all the American bills are the same size. That one fits no problem. Plenty of clearance. And this is the bigger of the two, by the way. Then you got the 500, which is the biggest bill. Well, 1,000 would be bigger, but I don't have 1,000. I'm not that rich. That one fits no problem. No, then it would definitely fit in the other one. It went way farther than I thought. And then, of course, the euros will.
Look at that.
I know the cat stole the flippin' box. I have to turn it here. I'm playing with money. Bastard. Fuzzy. Shame on you. That's our box. Let's see there. Okay. No, but anyway, then if the 500 fits, because there's also the length of the bill too, but the 500 would fit in on this one too. So there you go. He's very international. But I like that there's actually more than one slot here. Because you could actually split your currency. You could have your kroner in one and euro in the other, for example, when you're traveling. Because euro goes pretty much everywhere in Europe, but the kroner will only work in Norway. Unless you have Swedish krona. Cats in boxes. There was some other fun thing. I'm cackling so loud, says Sandy. That's what she said is just the biggest. Amaro says we have 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 200, 500, and 1,000. But the ones over 50 are as rare to be seen as the tooth fairy. That I could imagine. Is that out of euro though? Yeah. Because Belgium uses euro, right? Or am I thinking of a? Yeah, they use euro now. I don't think I've ever seen bigger than a 50 euro. Maybe we've had a 100 euro in the store once. Oh, there I have a pound. I have some 5 pounds. This money is funny. It's got like this see-through. Oh, there's 2 of them. See-through window here. And Greg told some story about how that got washed once or something. The first ones they came out with, and it dissolved. The see-through part. These are about as tiny as the 5s. The 5 euro, I think. Nope. 5 euro still wins as the smallest bill. Euro for Belgium, indeed, she said, yeah. But it's kind of cool. They have that little window there, but I don't know. He had told some story about, oh, this Big Ben in there too. He had told some story anyway about how this had dissolved in a first batch, but I have no idea if that's true or not. Oh, the sun went away again. It just got darker in here. Okay, I know. I thought we used up the pounds, but no. And then there's coins. I'm not going to dig that out. So we had a trip through the wallet today. Looks like you're having a pretty good season. We're gonna have fun in tax-free one day.
Tip is getting less and less because people now pay cards.
Yeah.
Cash, so.
No, but every once in a while they'll come in the shop and they really want to give you a tip, and they want to know if they can leave some extra, or for you at the counter, because we do have a cash machine in the hallway. But then your tip is suddenly bigger than you thought because now you're paying with you now have to.
We don't have a system for that.
No.
We can't have a system for that.
Oh no, okay. No, I thought sometimes I saw they left you an envelope or something, but
that's fine as long as it's.
Yeah, no, but I mean the cash machine, no, you have to pay a service fee when you use the cash machine, so most people prefer not to use it. Okay. Let's see. Then I put this away. There were some other fun comments in there too. I have to check out the shot glasses. Let's see. No, but my kid's going to be having a shopping day when she gets here. But the wallets are really quite cool. Yeah, I took them out. Okay, then we'll put those in the cat box. He said there were other designs in the cups. We have to look. And
anything more interesting under the cat?
No, the chocolate next to the cat. We got a lot of stuff. What are you talking about? Look at more stuff. We have a lot of fun things. There was a fun comment in here I had to read, and I just was. I think it was Sandy, but somebody said, or maybe it was Nikki. I don't know. Somebody said shot glasses. They're so tiny. Anyway, and I don't remember where I saw it, but it's in there somewhere. But I thought that was funny. It's so much that I had to look back for it, and I can't find it now. Robert says, "Oh, sweet Jesus, I got images of Karl gyrating on his giant spear." So do I. And I'm dating the man, and I'm not sure if I'm impressed.
And you judge the tree by its fruit, as they say.
The low-hanging fruit?
Depends on the temperature.
You're getting older. Oh, yeah, this one is also Loki. They're so tiny. You can put espresso in here. So agree, Annetta. Shame on the cat. Boxes are there. Spaces, Amaro, everywhere. Yeah, because I got to put this stuff back in the box. And that one leaves cat hair everywhere.
He is getting so much unwanted exercise now because Karl keeps hunting him. So now he feels safe because he's in the box and she is aggressively walking around on the floor looking for him.
There's no Loki. We're gonna do coffee in these next week, I think, if I remember. Ta-da! Okay, I'm putting them in, but check this out here. We're gonna fit it in there. You know, it's not like there isn't enough space in the box for the cat to move around, but no, he's just wedged himself up in there.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, so sorry, my mistake box change was that. No, that's okay. Uh, yeah, as mom was thinking there was some other ones with it. We had an order to place with you again though soon, but we have to check our rune sets. He makes our bone runes. I wanted to bring those too, but because I was sick today, I didn't grab anything from the shop. But they're bone runes, and he makes the pendants for us to make necklaces with younger Futhark and elder Futhark. But now I think we're for the sets because it's we have so many of these now. The sets we're going to stick with elder Futhark, and we have a nice leather bag that he makes as well that we put them in. Then he made Nefertafel games for us. So I will show those.
Backwards. We're actually going to stick with the inauthentic route.
No, the elder Futhark for rune reading, but the younger Futhark for the individual necklaces. We're going that way because, yeah, the elder Futhark isn't correct for the Viking Age, but younger Futhark is. But for those who are doing rune reading, we tried to do younger Futhark for them, but they, the woo woo people want their runes to be elder Futhark. So, but instead of having two complete alphabets and then trying to sit there and split them up in each one, we're just going to do it that way.
Yeah, no, but why not
Yeah.
just use modern methods then?
Mm.
It's
Okay, we're
actually
gonna
more
do runes
authentic
with A, B,
because
C, and D.
it's actually more authentic because they were actually in use in the Viking Age, unlike the bloody older Futhark.
Yeah. See, put that one in there. Ha ha! Cat runs away. No, there's not room for you. Look,
I
I'm putting
don't
more
think
in.
it-
No, he's just repositioning himself.
A box that is just a tiny bit too
Don't
small is the perfect place for that.
You cannot sit on Anne's journal. No, she's gonna buy that one. She wants it. And then I put the. I'm trying to make less and less space for him.
He looks so confused.
I know he does, but he's still going after the tea, so I have to put this in my bag. We'll try the tea next week. Anyway, it was a real fun. Can you put that on the floor? Because you're on the edge there. And then you can put that one in there too. But if you can pick up the whole thing and put it on the floor, because I need table space. And I'll be right back. Karl will keep you company a sec, but because I put food in the oven and I forgot to turn it off. Do you want to eat your food in front of it?
It's a brilliant cook.
No, I think it's burnt. The smoke alarm is about to go off.
Then I just got a good singing voice. Hey, Fussy. Fussy. Come. Come.
Oh no, it looks fine.
Oh.
Do you want food, Karl? No?
Come here. Ah.
We don't use timers. We just wait till the smoke alarm to go off.
Yeah, but we have to change batteries in the smoke alarm occasionally.
Oh, that's true. Hi, Carla. No, it turned out okay. What's cooking tonight? We are having what was it the gods of Tilbud had? The gods of sail.
New York strip, but it was something like that.
Yeah, it was New York strip. It wasn't New York ribeye, but New York strip. Yeah. So we're having New York strip with some can't be asked to make sauce. So chili sauce comes in a tube or ketchup. And some rice with some butter in it. But basmati rice.
They're kind of trying to do the peaceful coexistence thing when she feels like it, which is
He still wants in that box, so you got to put a piece of plastic or something on it. Here, we'll kill the plastic bag. Okay. Are you having anything to drink tonight, Karl?
should I?
It's up to you, but I wouldn't go overboard. We got to get up early and take a bus to Voss and meet Cecilia.
It's not like I'm supposed to drive the bus, is it?
No, but you actually, I remember every time you thought that you were going to get up in the morning to take the bus, what happened? You missed it.
That happened maybe twice in the whole history of the universe.
More than 4 then. We have to see, but no Mintu in this. You don't get to put them. You should not have Mintu schnapps. He will find something fun. Okay, one more thing, and then actually we should get to the needle binding, and then we're gonna go back to this box because we have to keep revisiting this box.
Is this against Finnish people?
Yep, totally. No, you have a white one.
Oh,
I'm having the white one. It looks like mint anyway. Okay.
I have checked the right box. I've checked the
Almond.
left box. I'll now check the middle box and find something in there to drink.
Okay, to find out what's in the middle basket.
Mhm.
Okay, we'll do some needle binding for a minute. Well, that was good. It was like chocolate covered almond, but I didn't want to spit it out to show you again. Torben, I did not get much. Oops, we're looking at my nose. I did not get much further on your bag, but I will. I have to clean. Ooh, I have an outer ring with me. Ta-da. I have to put that on so my needle binding looks sexy. And then stitch of the month. Obviously, I didn't get much further on this one either, but this is the one that's going to be a bag. What? Oh, Carl's digging through the alcohol box saying, oh God, no, that can't be good.
Things to mix with. Only actual thing it is possible to drink alone is fucking tequila.
You cannot have tequila. Oh God, no. No tequila for Carl. Not when we got to get up tomorrow. So, okay, yeah. So these ones I'm going to have to attach them this way, although they should go technically this way. But when the bag is tall enough, I will line it because needle binding stretches this way. I saw someone had made a really nice bag on one of the null binding groups anyway. And if you're ever going to make a bag out of needle binding, you should, that's going to have any significant amount of weight in it, you should line it because needle binding stretches this way, not this way. So your bag would get like skinnier and longer over time. So this one will be lined, and then I will try it this way just to have it, just to use it. These will be the handles. But there has to be enough width on the sides of those so that the bag can open up. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. I'll take a look at this. Anyway, because if you don't have any width on the side, these are stiff. So then when you try to open it up, it won't open very far. Alternatively, you could have these floating with strings going through each one, and then it would make it a little bit easier to open. But that's my goal for that. Okay, Karl brought me this thing to show off the basket of what Karl can have. He can have blue curacao, he can have tequila, he can have gin, and I don't think he can have this one. Boodle, cedar for a hardanger. Oh, you gotta wait for this one. That one is too much for you. I think he's gonna either be having gin or blue curacao, but you have to mix that with something. Do you have sour? The blue curacao you could.
It's like 3 drops of in many different things.
Yeah, so maybe very sour. I don't know what I would put that one with. We'll see. Maybe they come up with something for you. Okay, I'm showing more needle binding because I want to eat more chocolate. Hat combas combasa baya. He wants you to have the tequila.
Of course it does.
Torben is a bad influence on you. Okay, so this one, the stitch of the month is 2 plus DR. You can adjust this to 1 plus DR or 3 plus DR, depending on the thickness of your yarn and how dense you want this to be. 1 plus TR would have 1 loop on the thumb, and you'd want to use 1 behind. 2 plus TR is, let's see, the 2 end loops, which is actually this one, on your thumb, and you're twisting the third. If you wanted to do 3 plus TR, it would be even more dense. Then you'd have 3 loops, and you're twisting the fourth one, which would be back here. I'm doing 2 plus TR. I thought that was fine. Cat wants to go in the basket. Should we just leave him in there and see what Karl says when he gets back? Or did you decide you're not going to fit? Nope. I still have a slight cough, I think. Nope, he's thinking about it. We'll move this over so he doesn't knock that. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to do 2 plus DR is what I decided because my yarn is a little on the thinner side. And then you take, so the 2 end loops go on your thumb. the third loop on your thumb will get twisted, and you can either twist it. You twist it left or right, but you can either twist it first and then hold it and then do your stitch. I don't have my yarn threaded. I'm doing F2. You can do whatever connection you want. F2 is one new one and one old one from the front. Then you go through that loop, and then you go underneath those two just like you would in the finished stitches and under this yarn, the leader yarn. Let's see. Yeah, no, I can feel I'm still a little bit sick, but not too bad. It's not going to be a fever anyway. And then you pull through. I do notice that that twisted loop causes your yarn to get pulled on. Causes a lot of friction on your yarn when you pull it through, so you might not want to use too loose of a spin on this one. So another way of doing it, I might have to try to. I don't know if I have enough length for this one, but okay. Anyway, so I do the join, and then I've been pulling it through. So we're just gonna have to pretend it's still connected, but hold that loose loop out of the way and hold this out of the way. That third loop, now there's the third loop, 1, 2, 3. You can also pick it up from behind once you have the yarn through, and then twist it and then go under everything. But of course I have to attach my thread here. There we go. But I'm gonna join some more on here. If you're not sure where your loops are, you can see there's my now it looks like the fourth one is twisted because I have a new loop on. That's the twisted loop. But if you're not sure where your loops are, the one furthest to the end is this one. That's loop 1. That one is loop 2. That one is loop 3. So for me, this third loop is going to be twisted. In this case, it's the one that isn't twisted yet. Okay, but then I will splice on some more. I should catch up. Oh yeah, and Raymond put a list in there. Thank you so much. Raymond is the secretary, the official secretary, I think, of our channel, for the stitch guide and the color of the month. So he says January was Dalby, and we used oh, what color did we use for that? Was it teal? February was Jutsano or Yutsanu. I don't know how you say that one, but 2 plus TR plus 2. March was the Zora stitch, which is technically finished 3 plus 1. April was Oslo and then Corgan. Alternatively, you do 1 Oslo, 1 Corgan, and then F1 for both. And then May was the Russian stitch, 2 plus 1 plus 1, F1B1, which is like Justin's B stitch. And how I was interpreting his B stitch anyway. And then this month, June, is 2 plus TR. And then Torben says, Ole! He really wants you to have the tequila. Raymond says, better than forgetting to turn the oven on a very late dinner that night. You can see this wool is single spun, but it's almost really felted. It's almost felted, yeah. Maybe it was boiled or heated at a warmer temperature when they colored it. I don't know. So that makes splicing a little tricky. But the wool is so raw that I really don't need much of an overlap on my splicing if I'm going to spit splice. Let's see, something like that. What did you find? That white one had an almond in it. It was, but not mint. I thought it almost looked like an opera mint.
Yes, you're talking about chocolate.
The chocolate in there, yeah.
I think we're getting into popular demand and go for the tequila here.
I'm sorry. Say that one more time so Torben can hear you. He's going to give in to popular demand and go for the tequila. Torben is one voice. That does not make him the popular demand.
Has anybody else's voice said anything else?
Chocolate covered almond, said Annette. Yep, it was the white one in the box with the chocolate covered almond. See all the plastic on the floor. You just have to swim around it. Radisby says I need to go play some D&D now. They insist on wanting to play during your stream. See, anyway, see you next week. See you, Radisby. The streams will stay up. D&D is a good excuse. So here, let's see. We can watch. I'm just
Oh, this is meant as a shot glass.
use the new shot glasses. What the hell, Carl? He was gonna take out an IKEA one. New one. It's in the box. It's underneath.
Yeah, you just packed the box, woman. I thought.
Yeah, but it's not like you don't know how to
Unpack
open a
it.
box. I just moved it there, put him ring over there so that the cat. It's on the other end, so the cat wouldn't sit on him. Let's see. Yeah, no, we have the needle binding festival that I like put out a teaser for that. That's November 6th through 8th. There will be lectures on the 7th and the 8th. Sally Pointer, Anne Marie Decker, Ingela Anderson, and myself. Yep, you're gonna have the Loki glass. All right, I can show this a bit more when I get past the splice. But also, we've decided that you will just hibernate in the boathouse, and any guy with a geeky game that wants to come with can bring their Warhammer, for example. So we'll call it husband parking, or Albert wants to do both, so this will be tricky for him. But also, I didn't splice very well. Greg, on the other hand, wants to do Magic the Gathering. So I think you'll have, but there's like 5 or 6 tables in there, so you'll have to segregate the Warhammer geeks with the Magic the Gathering geeks. How's that sound? That I think will be kind of fun. So there will be a place set up for that. And Torben said that Torben, not Torbjorn. Torbjorn, not Torben. Sorry, said that he has a. I did not do my stitches right. He has a heater that can be used in there, so won't be completely frozen in there.
If I was making moonshine and it smelled like this, I would burn it again.
Really? Oh man, tequila's good mixed into something, but I cannot have too much of that, or I will be sick physically.
Tequila is
Sick.
mixed into a Mexican in Mexico.
Annette says, let's see. And PJ says, I'm listening with half an ear because I'm trying to edit a chapter at the moment. No, put the sombrero back on the bottle. So Jose Cuervo? No. And then the cats. Look at that cat. It's
Found another box.
yeah. It's fuzzy. It's mine now. I don't know. So anyway, she said she's trying to listen to a chapter at the moment as well. And then there's Raymond going do 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 tequila, or how's that one going? Don't you know that one? The Pee Wee Herman.
I'm too European to understand anything you're saying.
Tequila. Oh my god. Okay. Well, if there wasn't any copyright issues, I'd probably play it. But look it up. Pee Wee Herman tequila dance. You are a child of the same age as I am.
Yes, but from the right side of the Atlantic.
Pee Wee Herman was here as well. Then Netta says, not that Karl needs any help, but we are all terrible influences. Oh, for cripe's sake, you guys suck. And then PJ says, Annetta, speak for yourself. I have been a goody two-shoe since infancy. And then there's Annetta laughing her ass off. And Torben says, I have a problem, a conundrum, if you please. I suffer from trembling hands tonight, and it influences my painting. Now, should I drink gin or rum to stop the trembling? Fuzzy, get down.
Apparently, it doesn't matter as long as you just drink a tiny bit. Because in shooting competitions, a glass of beer is considered doping because it actually calms you down, so you are more steady on your hands. But the distance from more steady on your hands and should under no circumstances ever operate a firearm is like this tiny thing.
I'm sorry, what was it? Tiny?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's a good thing the coffee glass wasn't too big, although it does have some pretty good girth to it. That's what she said. Yep. There was some more here too.
The thing with tequila is that it doesn't, by any stretch of the imagination, actually taste good.
Mhm.
But it gives you flashback to when you were really young and stupid. And those flashbacks are kind of fun, so I think I'll have another one.
You guys are bad, 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 bad. And then there's Robert saying subtle innuendo follows PJ. uh, and then Osmond's super happy over there with a whole shit ton of emojis because of the new shot glasses. They have been christened. Maggie says tequila is awesome. Oh man, no, that one makes me actually physically sick. With if I have too much of it.
It,
Where's your lime and salt? Says Nolvia. No,
yeah,
she's in California. They know how to
it
do.
is a little bit more drinkable if you follow the procedure. But I'm sure we don't have lime or lemon
No,
or
we don't
anything
have
like
any.
that.
No, we have bitters though. You could mix it if you wanted to, but we don't. And then we have salt, so you could have lemon bitters.
So I can't really do the weird satanic Mexican rituals that you actually kind of need to drink this stuff.
Was it? Is it the lime first, then the salt, and then, or is it the salt and then the lime and then the tequila? Which how's it? What's the order?
Salt, tequila, lime, I think.
Salt, tequila, lime. I used to have a Long Island iced tea. Long Island iced tea, anyway. But that one, the correct one, is made with tequila.
Mm.
The ones they make over here are usually a
I
mix.
think that was why we bought the bottle originally.
I think so, yeah. But I can't do too many of those. I have to spend like an hour drinking it or something because the tequila
It's the strongest
it will send me heaving.
it's the strongest long drink in the world, so of course you can't do too many of them, woman.
No, no, no. But I used to order one of those when back in the when I made 21 days, 22, whatever, when you could go to the bar. I would order one of those and I would sit with that for the longest period of time because
Mm.
it hits pretty quick. But it lasted a long time though. Anyway, so that was like so you could order like the one drink and you'd still be sitting with it for a while later. Okay, I think I'm past the splice on here, so I can show this. Should we get you some food?
Too late.
If you didn't hear him, he said it's too late. I'm gonna get him some food. I'll be right back. PJ said the cat needs a smaller box. You're right, it's too big.
Yeah.
Maybe you should get the puzzle box lid.
We used to have this little shoebox thing on the floor.
Even smaller than a shoebox.
Yeah, and Silly would always go into it.
The shot glass box. Give him the shot glass. Here, this one here. This is perfect for him.
Nah, that's too small even for Karl.
No,
But
but that's why he'll like it. Because it doesn't fit, he will make it fit. He's sitting over in the windowsill now, looking like he never did anything wrong. Look, Fuzzy, it's a box. You want to sit in it? You can make it expand out the bottom. No one will.
it will
See.
sniff it, but I don't think it will sit in this.
Oh no, but Carla's looking at it now.
Carla isn't a box cat, so
No,
she
she's
doesn't
not a
really
box
care.
cat. Okay. Albert says back from throwing things in the fire. uh oh no, Zilly wants to look at the box now.
Silly is the one who really loves small things, small
He
boxes.
likes to get in the
This
box,
one is
but
too small even for him.
no, he's got his head in the front paw in there, and he's thinking no, but
Oh, he's trying.
he's gonna try. Let's see if I can show it. You're not gonna try to sleep in that. I even left him a chip bag to play with. And nope. You gonna try it? You gonna try it, Zilly? Nope. Sorry, he gave up.
He gave it an honest try though.
He did. He gave it a good college try.
He liked the shoebox thing, but it was so small that he was kind of, how should you say it? He was oozing out on all four sides of the box.
Oozing, not oozing. Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a minute, what are you saying? Oozing, yeah, he was oozing out. I think we have pictures of that too somewhere. Okay, let's see. Then I can, if you hold your tequila over there, mister, I'll show a few more of this stitch here.
If I hold my tequila.
It's not that hard of a concept if you were sober. And yeah, just hold the gear, hold it out of the way anyway.
I'm holding it out of the way.
He really is. He's snuggling that thing. Leave nothing up to the imagination. Let's see. Uh, okay. So we show one more time. Now we got shot glasses galore on the table here because now we have the IKEA ones. And okay. All right. So now the first loop and the second loop on my thumb. And here's the third loop. It's easy to pick. After you do some for a while, you can see the third loop is the one that isn't twisted yet because you're ready to make a new stitch. So I'm doing F2 connection, but again, use whatever connection you want. It'll change the outcome of your stitch effect. And I'm pulling it through out of the way on the right there, enough so that I can pick it up from the third loop from the back side because you're twisting it from left to right. And then going underneath. So that is another way of doing it. But if you do it that way, you just have to make sure that you don't do it across your thread. Make sure your threads stay out of the way. This is a really odd angle for me to do this. But again, you can also pick it up, twist it from left to right, and then hold it like that if this is easier for you, and then just go straight through. But it does have a cool effect. I did say that you have to stretch the bejesus out of it quite frequently. Karl liked that. Stretch the bejesus out of it quite frequently. Do we agree, Karl?
Yeah, no.
No. Because that twisted loop does not lock into place very easily. So you don't really get an idea of how big it actually is. There's too many innuendos here. No, because you can see there the twisted loop does not lock into place very well. So every once in a while you have to stretch it out so you can see how it actually looks. Otherwise it might look a little goofy. And also it might be a little bit bigger than you think it is because if that back loop isn't those back loops aren't stretched into place, it will look smaller. Unsure if I'm gonna like this flavor. It's chamomile and honeybush, apparently South African. Oh, is it tea you're having, Nikki? Nikki says, today I'm drinking day 3 of my advent calendar tea from Germany. Decided to warm up my winter by doing it now. It's chamomile. Oh yeah, because she's on the other side of the globe. She's in upside down land. It's chamomile and honeybush flavor. That actually sounds pretty good. Okay, so Peruda might be at its market season now, so she could be. I didn't see her yet anyway. She shows up with bright blue writing because she's a moderator. I'm gonna give him some food. I'll be back.
She is probably very good with South African tea because
She's from South Africa. Yeah. How many? Don't drink any more of that while I'm gone.
So Peruda is in Berlin.
No, Poland isn't until later, but she might. There's a bunch of markets in.
My eyesight isn't that great, but somebody wrote on the chat that she is in Berlin.
She.
And somebody else is also from South Africa. I can't read names. I just see what I write. I don't see what they're called. I'm not supposed to be a moderator. That's Peruda. She's gone for midsummer. Probably meaning Peruda is going to Berlin for midsummer. At least context clues tells me that that is what we are talking about here.
That would be a good way to celebrate.
Hi, Karl. I'm Nikki. Hi, Nikki. I'm Karl. Nikki is from South Africa. Have one more shot, Karl, Torben says. And by popular demand, we will, of course, do that.
Karl, you need to eat. I got you some pretty much dried out meat here.
Is this the American schnitzel?
This is the New York schnitzel, and it's probably shrunk compared to what size it was supposed to be. I tried to move his shot glass further away. It didn't help.
I have long arms.
Do you want the chili sauce or do you want ketchup?
Chili sauce.
Yeah, it's a little overcooked.
It still doesn't taste good, but you kind of work up an immunity when you drink enough of it.
You are going to be hurling. You're going
think-
to be puking like mad.
I'm not sure what she said, but I think she thinks that I'm going to start up curling.
Hurling. You're going to be hurling. There we go. Dried out food on rice here. and because we're so low tech, chili sauce, sweet chili sauce.
This is an American line?
Well, it was probably I'll hold it the other way. It was probably bigger than that before I killed it. Before I
meat on the floor moment.
I did not drop your meat on your floor. You dropped your own meat on the floor. There, it's a little dried out.
Now we can watch the playback, right?
Oh my gosh, it was not me. I did not. I tried to catch your meat. And then we're having some sweet chili sauce because we're lazy. It's slightly better than ketchup. Boy, that stuff works fast, doesn't it? He needs to eat. Here you go, Carl. Enjoy your meat. The cat is eagerly licking the floor where it fell. Your cat, Carla, is.
Of course she is.
Not for kids, says Raymond. Okay, I gotta look at some pictures here too. Looks yummy, says Nikki. Well, actually, the fat is okay. It's just the meat's cooled off a bit too. I don't know. We can see. It's gonna. Oh, actually, no, it's not bad. I put it in the oven with some foil over the top, so it wouldn't dry out too quickly. But it is a little on the dry side because I kind of used the force.
It didn't occur to me that this would actually be good until our old
shredding
boss
nicely.
kind of introduced us to it.
It's shredding nicely. Looks
So
like a
now we call it Tuffe sauce because Tuffe was the old boss who introduced us to it.
back in COVID. When Tufa when he would be cooking, he would whatever he had, he would put that sauce on it. So we call it Tufa sauce because we never tried it before that.
Yeah.
But it's actually quite good. It's a sweet chili sauce.
He also kind of has
This is El Dorado, so it's the generic version though, because we clearly like the yeah. Anyway, you were saying.
And he also kind of has this almost visceral hatred to ketchup. So he will literally use anything before he uses ketchup.
Pruda says, I'm in Volin Center for Slavs and Vikings celebrating midsummer. Yeah, that was the last one that was on there. The meat catch, says Novia. Well, it was the catch of the day for you. Or not. No, but he needs some food in his system, so we'll eat it now. I was gonna let it rest, but actually it smells good. Yep, nope, it'll do. It was more moist than I thought. That's what who said. No, but I thought it was gonna be more dried out, more like beef jerky now, because I forgot it. I put it in sometime before YouTube, and it's been an hour and a half. So, but it was a little.
Actually so good that we maybe should buy it when it's not on sale too.
Luckily, he doesn't know what good cooking tastes like. So. Okay, good.
It's like super tender.
It is tender because I put it in the oven with the lid over it. I mean, with foil over it, but it did dry out a bit when I took it out. No, actually, it's actually not that bad. It's not that dried out. Okay. We need to look at pictures.
New York strip is what it's called. It's not New York line. Drunk and stupid, but this is actually really good.
Really? Okay. It's probably because we didn't cut it up and turn it into stew for a change. Okay. Let's see. We have Albert has New Loot Armageddon Season of Fire. Is it a book? Yeah. And then the I have to zoom it in so Karl can see it from a distance here. Return of Yarick, War Without End. That also looks like a book. What are you thinking, Karl? There we go.
Jarek is the one imperial commissar that the orcs actually kind of respect,
Armageddon.
to the point where I almost worship the guy.
Hmm. He also got a big box of Armageddon. And look at...
Mm-mm.
Oh, she cannot eat your food. I see she got a little piece though. Look at all those pieces in that set. Holy crap. That's a big set.
Let me have a look.
Yep, I will. Let's see. It says Armageddon on the set anyway on the side of the box. Oh, sorry. Open this back. And then we can see it says Armageddon there. You might have another picture of it. This box contains, and I can't read it, but includes little miniatures. Oh yeah, these ones on the right there.
I see a lot of orcs and blood angels.
Yeah, let's see what the other picture. He has more pictures, so let's look at the second one here. Yeah, that's the front of the box. It's just sideways.
Hmm.
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war.
Yeah.
Let's see. There you go. It's the Armageddon box sideways. You may now flip your screens, because if I flip this one, it'll yell at me. Oh, actually, no, I could just turn it like I did for Karl. There we go. Turn the computer. So that's what the box is anyway. That must not have been cheap. You and are you trying to compete with Torben for overspending money at the Outland store? I recognize the bag in the background. Let's see. Yeah, there was the Outland bag. You can see it there.
Stop it.
That's the bag. By the way, for Christina, if she's watching anyway, that's the store with the big Lego guy outside of it. And then he's got pictures of... Oh, they're getting ready for midsummer. Okay, so where was this at exactly again? I think he said it in chat, and I'll have to check, but where he's setting up at. That'll be a nice one. And then, yeah, because all over Norway now they're going to be lighting these things on fire tomorrow. And because tomorrow is the solstice day, and then, or maybe they're lighting them up today over here where he's at. But he is, this has got to be closer to Oslo, I think, if he's in Brumunddal. And there you could see Albert. Oh, so they didn't let you stand closer than that to the fire. And he's wearing a Vardruna t-shirt, by the way. Let's see. There. I'll put that one back. Are you starting to eat food, Karl?
Mm-hmm.
With your chili sauce on it.
Enthusiastically, yes. This is actually really good.
That's because we didn't cut up the meat, I guess. I don't know. I'm surprised, though. I thought it looked a little bit more dried out than when I took it out, it looked fine, but when I went to put it in the plate, I thought it looked more dried, but no, it's good.
I've started to listen to the Kaifus Kane audiobook series, kind of in chronological order. So I started with the anthology, and now I'm on book 3 or 4.
Nika says, that looks yum. Wolf feast today, by the way. Gonna see if I can find chunky yarn for my next sweater. I have it started for the first one. I have a kid who's the one that's coming. She wants to make some dolls, and they have this stuff called it's almost like a really thick chenille that they do to make all these amaguri dolls and things that are becoming really popular, and you see it all over the place in TikTok from United States or something. But I didn't know if you could find it here, and then I found one, but I'd have to order it online, and I don't know if it would work. Obviously, I can't needle bind it or it will look wrong, Mom. But I'm thinking something that's about the thickest I could find. Of this is super bulky, it says anyway. So I'm going to try this with her, but we'll have to pick out colors when she gets here and see how he goes. But that's got to be a cheap version because 49 kroner for it. It's got to be a lot of yeah, it is. It's 100% polyester. So I don't know. You could probably needle bind with it if it doesn't. Remember, we have to, when we look at chenille, if you can needle bind with chenille, you have to stroke the yarn to find out if it starts to lose its hair. Then you probably don't want to. If you stroke it so much that it loses its hair, it's not good for needle binding.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that's what I'm going to try with my kid.
That.
No, it was a while ago. I was making something with chenille. This thing you could needle bind with chenille, but you have to stroke the yarn. And if it starts to
I forgot the word for it. Anyway, but if it starts to lose hair coming off of it, then then you can't needle bind with it too much. By the time you get to the end of your string, it'll fall apart. Sorry.
If I understood correctly from a conversation that she had with the coworker, I
Which one?
probably have to marry the stupid American on the 14th
I didn't say
of
the 14th.
Valentine's Day next year.
Oh yeah, you were reading this. Yeah, okay. I said something like, no, Thomas was making a joke, or something. He was referring to my husband, and I said, no, Karl's not my husband. We're living in sin. Wrong side. So then Karl reads this, and I said, no, I don't. I said, no, we'll live in sin at least until my kids are 18, because otherwise they can, when applying for financial aid and other things, they could be considered dual income. But they have a father. That's yeah. Anyway. But long end of the story of it anyway. But then Karl comes in and he's like, I must have heard you wrong. According to you, I have to marry you on Valentine's Day by next year. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then he's like, oh, because you know your kids are born on Valentine's Day and they'll be 18 next year. But then we thought, if we ever do this marriage thing, we're going to have to really make people suffer for it.
Here are my two brilliant ideas. One is I want Georg to officiate.
Why?
Because I want to correct him on everything he does that is wrong.
That's right. He doesn't care about the Viking thing. No, he just wants to correct him. Quid pro quo. That is not. You cannot say.
And because my sister's son had a marriage in France last year, as you might remember if you've been following us for a bit of a time.
Yep.
I want to have my marriage in either South Africa or the South fucking Pole. Because I wanted to make it just as dickish for my sisters to get to my wedding as it was for me to get to Rune Tobias's wedding.
Although your sister's wedding was in Bergen and that was only 2.5 hours.
That was easy enough.
Mhm.
But this is the other sister's son.
Yeah, yeah.
And she just sneakily got married to her boyfriend without my inviting anybody. So
No, so technically we didn't have to attend that one.
that is the perfect way to do it, but we still have to go to France.
So yes, Karl's wedding demands is anything that will piss off everybody. It's such a lovely and personal affair.
So I wish I'm rich enough to fly Georg to Eritrea or somewhere like that. I have a cat eating my food.
Launchable? Yep, you're getting better at that.
I didn't actually launch her. She panicked and just
she
jumped randomly
in the right direction. By the way, Raymond says, I'm glad I've been able to resist going to the Warhammer store. This is in Australia. Nikki says, live stream wedding. Oh, there you go. That would make it too easy for you. Is it legal then? Spelling. Don't worry. Karl is there to pick up the pieces. He says at least so far he's resisted going to Warhammer though. Nikki says, what about New Zealand, Middle Earth? Someone I know got married at Hobbiton, the Hobbit movie set. These are the same people that get married in the Viking village.
Yes.
They want the whole, they get dressed up in Viking theme and they have the whole setting and everything. But 8,500 kroner, you can get married in the Viking village too.
Do you care that much for hobbits, woman?
I want their house. Screw the hobbits, give me the house.
Hobbit houses are pretty cool.
They're pretty cool.
When it comes to fantasy races, my heart is with the orcs.
Oh, the orcs are kind of cool though. One that was, I'll go and kill for me. PJ says the coffee shop I go to daily sells Warhammer things as well as a sideline. Oh, that would be dangerous. Coffee and Warhammer. We did find that in United States though. A couple places we went was a cafe and gaming. That was cool. That was something for wife and husband to do. And kids to get into.
You're thinking of the place where they had like the shop in the, this part of the house.
Yeah.
They had like this really long gaming area on the side.
It was a little strip mall one, though. The one that had the tobacco shop next door and the liquor store.
Yeah. I
It was one-stop shopping for.
I was looking at it and I was going, okay, if I was an American, I would like live right here. Because they had a liquor store, a tobacco shop, and the Warhammer shop right next to each other on the street.
Strip mall of like 5 stores. I think they had a thrift shop too.
Because I might have mentioned this before, when I was with her in America. I was decided one day that, okay, this area is flat as fuck, so I need sunglasses. So I wanted to go to somewhere to buy sunglasses, and I just Google it, and I go, okay, there is a sports shop over there.
Yeah.
Probably like 2.5-3 kilometers away. And every shops in America is like, you have like 3 shops that might have nothing to do with each other. It might be something like sports, tractors, and greeting cards. And then they have a common big, motherfucking big parking lot that takes like 5 minutes to walk across.
How's that tequila?
And then you get to another island where you might have weapons, Warhammer, and bear shops, and a similarly big motherfucking parking lot that takes 5 minutes to walk across. So I basically go, okay, I can go to the sports shop. They probably have sunglasses.
Oh my god, yeah. No,
And
you went to a sporting goods store, which is everything hunting. No, it was a hunting store. Everything to do with hunting.
Holy bejesus. How long did I spend in there? I think it was like 1 hour and 15 minutes.
To be honest, we were killing some time until my brother came by. So that was one thing, but I mean, we don't even have grocery stores that size here. No, Norway, the grocery stores are small. This was bigger. It's about as big as a Costco. I forget the name of the store, but
I might be exaggerating a little bit, but it was about as big as Voss.
it had dead animals all along the walls, full size dead.
In their sporting goods department of the shop.
Yeah, but sporting in this case is hunting. Anything hunt and fish.
Yes. This makes sense if you're hunting small aircraft. But they had a Barrett Light 50.
Oh.
And I'm just standing there staring at the thing. And Karin doesn't understand why I'm fascinated with it
Just
at
another
all.
gun. I don't know.
Did you try to look into the barrel?
It would mean jack shit to me. It's another gun. I don't know. It's got like a trigger.
It's this wide.
Okay.
Half an inch.
And what does that mean? More boom?
It means a lot of more boom. It means that
Are you trying to blow the deer up?
It means that the bullet wouldn't slow down if you hit a buffalo in the forehead and it went out his asshole.
I'm trying not to cough. Laugh. By the way, they're making wedding plans now. Thank you very much. Look what you started. Oh, I need the plug for the iPhone. Just because I think that's the one that's reading. There we go. Raymond says, have the wedding at the South Pole, then you could be in every time zone. Nikki says, it's so pretty there. I'm going to go this July. That was to Hobbiton. I actually do want to see Hobbiton at some point. My mom saw it when her cruise went through there. She said they were going to have lunch and ale at the Prancing Pony. Oh, that would be fun. I would like to do that. You know, I've never been to York too. Got to do that too. Nocturne Alley and all that.
You haven't been to York?
No, I've not been to York. Because somebody says going for a vacation to York would be like going to work on your vacation.
You
when
could
work
go
as a
during
Viking.
the Viking market, yes.
Well, that's when the time it would be coolest to see it.
Go at some other time, woman. York has history going back to the Roman age.
Mhm.
You don't have to focus on the Vikings. You can focus on anything.
I'm putting that tequila further and further away. There's some more. PJ wants to know, will it be a druid officiating?
That would be cool, but very much not Viking, which makes it even more cool. So yes, we absolutely have to have a druid officiating.
Next to Georg so they can compare notes or correct each other.
Yes.
Nikki says, Raymond, they can get frostbite and extreme winds at their wedding photos and maybe penguins as tall as them. And Nolvia says, for your wedding, Karin could ride in on a fiery steel like a Valkyrie.
She can ride in on a fiery penguin.
Funny you should say that. Raymond suggests we have penguin ring bearers. Oh my god, we might actually have to do this. Nikki says, I can be a penguin. There was a person whose first job was to be a penguin mascot at the Antarctic Center. Anything is possible. You could be the first penguin. First penguin mascot. Torben says, then you should have Darth Vader as an usher. Oh my god, this could be the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Oh yeah.
Darth Vader as an usher. And what will he say? You will sit here. Oh, I finished my food. Now I can have chocolate. Nikki says penguins. She's very smart. Points out that penguins come with their own tuxedos.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like visions of Mary Poppins in my head right now. When Dick Van Dyke, I think it was doing the little penguin dance or something with his tuxedo. Torben sent some photos too. We have to look at that. But first, more chocolate. We're running low. Okay, there's the white one. You have to have. That was the nut. The other. You're so colorblind. This is the white one. There's only one left, so there was only two. So I took one, so you have to have the other one.
You mean actually white? Okay.
The only one that is not brown in the box. And then the rest of them, they start to look alike at this point, so I'm not quite sure. I'm going with this one. The swirl. This is the box we got from Christine and her husband. It says Colebrook Chocolate Company. It's their family chocolate. Marzipan.
This tastes like nuts.
It is. It's a big nut. Have another one. Okay. Bride. I'm sorry. Bride or groom. That's what Torben says. Nikki says it's too early. Well, freaking done. If that chocolate was in my house, it would be gone. No, actually, I'm pretty impressed we made it 3 weeks with this. I have to literally put it in a cupboard and out of sight.
Every time I empty the dishwasher,
I
have to lift this thing to get enough room to put the plates back where they're supposed to be.
He hit it with the plate, so I would only see it when it was time to get dinner. But most of the stuff we've been making fits in a bowl, so I haven't been getting
Kind of have this sensible distribution of labor.
Distribution of labor?
Yep. I'm responsible for emptying, but not filling the dishwasher. I'm responsible for all cat poop, which I think is a bit unfair because I'm only
No.
1 out of 3 cats.
No. I have to cook your food, bitch. I have to put away the groceries. I have to load the dishwasher, clean up all the cat pee, and nag you to do the lawn.
And the fucking lawn, which annoys the living bejesus out of me.
And I do all the clothes washing and drying.
Yeah, how often do you watch my clothes, woman?
Well, it would be different if you ever took them off. I might be able to wash them. No, Drea's here, by the way. I haven't seen her in a while. She says, I found my Raymond brooches. She thought she had lost. Oh, so happy. So there's much rejoicing. Robert's here. He says, I had oat cakes with sliced strawberries, yogurts, and honey today. Bloody fantastic. That sounds more healthier than. Oh, you were just going to town on these now, aren't you? You're not even showing off. You're just munching them like potato chips. Okay.
This is a random thing I found to the left in the box.
This would be the left, yeah. Now it's on the right, but I'll get one more here. Okay. And I want this one. And then go ahead. Go nuts. You're just munching them like you were on some sort of a high.
This is a caramel chocolate figgy.
Are you guys sure you're not married? No, we're just living in Stan, but we've been together 5.5 years now.
Mm.
Yeah.
Since the pandemic.
Yep. We started hanging out in lockdown, or towards the end of lockdown, because you weren't allowed to come into the building at first. So that'd be around April. No, we were in lockdown. We were in lockdown on March 12th. I think it was a full month before. And then Mona came in, but she had to quarantine for like.
I think we started to hang out in the beginning of the season of 2020.
Yeah.
The season of 2020 was kind of like a joke of a season because you have no foreigners and you're just guiding Norwegian people.
Yep.
But the reality of the Viking village is that you don't actually get Norwegian people. You get Norwegian people who wants to show off the Viking village to their foreigner. Their time foreigner who is either an American diplomat, a Pakistani guy who married their daughter, whatever the fuck. So every Norwegian family has at least one foreigner with them. So they have to be guided in English.
No more tequila. Nikki says, nope, I watched the first video. He was not there and I missed him. Yeah, no, he comes in around week 30, I think. So that'd be
I have the testicle talk.
Yeah, that's the first one. I thought it was maybe around week 30ish or so, but that would be 4 months in anyway. Somewhere around 4 or 5 months in.
Yeah, you started it in the.
It was Virginia and I. We started, and it was just the two of us looking out the
January,
window.
February of 2020.
No, the first Friday of the lockdown. So we went into lockdown on the 12th, then when the first Friday after.
12th of February.
No, March. The March 12th was when Norway went into lockdown.
Okay.
And we sent the first Friday after that because what else are you gonna do? You're sitting in a creepy tourist place that is not creepy normally, but then you've got two twins running around and it's like red rum.
Everything is creepy when people are not moving.
No, it wasn't creepy. It was nice to be able to that we could go for walks outside, etc. And we'd have to.
It was in the early days of lockdown, but you even heard the car. It was like.
Yeah, no, it was weird. Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
You're sliding chocolate into your rice. So much for keeping the box. No.
Okay.
No, but it was really weird. It was
the
like
rice. Why? Because I've
just give it to the meat. Give it to the cat. Here, try not to knock the phone over while you do it.
This is actually a thing. Because this Siamese cat will eat any kind of human food. If she thought enriched uranium was human food, she would.
Norman, I blame you.
I'm a little bit drunk. But I only have to travel by bus tomorrow, and I don't have to drive the bus.
No, but the hardest part is not riding the bus. The hardest part is getting you out of bed and taking you to the bus.
Oh, that's easy.
No, it's not. I've seen you fail this miserably.
I'm up before you every morning, woman.
Yes, but that's because you have to be for work.
No, it's because my day rhythm is completely squiggle fucked. Hey, Karl.
He's gonna knock that phone over.
You're not going to like this, but you can sniff it and try to lick it if you like.
That's what he said. No, but anyway, yeah. So no, Karl and I, we worked together for when I was a Freeman at the time too, though. But I think I first met you. You started working in Gudvangen in 2017 or for the Viking Valley for GU when Viking Valley became a business. So it was opened in 2016, and you started in 2017.
Well, it
No,
was
2017 is when it opened. 2016 they were building. Sorry.
yeah.
Before that, it was just a market.
I was here from day one,
Yeah, so you
which
started
was
May 31st,
yeah, the first of May
2017.
2017.
Yeah.
Before that, I was.
Oh no, it was the markets. Yeah,
This
because you.
is one of the more comically bizarre things.
I knew you before it was a business.
The last thing I did, I was working at the tourist information in Sverige,
Mm-hmm.
and the last
Oh,
thing
sweet.
I was doing, it was though I was painting a roof black. So I'm standing there with this roller on a long stick and basically going whoop, 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 whoop across the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tuffe calls me and goes, "Hey, would you like to come and work in Guas?" And I say, basically, the first thing that strikes into my mind is, sure, as long as I don't have to paint any more roofs black.
Roofs. He said roofs.
I don't have to paint any more black roofs.
Oh, you did it that time.
What do you think?
The Louvre. You didn't have to paint the Louvre black.
What do you think was the first bloody thing I'm actually being paid to do?
Paint the fucking fences.
No, not the fences.
A roof?
The
What?
inside of the Chieftain's Hall roof.
Ah, oh God. That must have been like Leonardo for you.
It's the same fucking thing.
But
It's the
inverted.
same fucking color. Except this time, I'm painting with a mixture of linseed oil and ox blood.
Mm.
So it smells like a self-dead ox just rotting happily in the fields.
Yeah, it doesn't smell good.
Not at all. And Tuffe is basically apologizing to me and said, "Yeah, now I know that you said that you really didn't want to paint any roofs, but we really didn't have anything else for you." So I'm
Yeah, but it's not like you're gonna have to, I mean, how many buildings are there? There's only one chieftain hall, so.
yes. Now I painted some of the other ones too.
Mm-hmm.
The uppermost double house is mostly painted by me.
Yeah. The blood house. Yeah.
But then we finally opened and I could start to guide people, which is apparently my calling in life.
Ugh, my yarn got tangled. Yeah. Sorry, I just have to yell at this. It's that twist. That one twisted stitch will catch my yarn sometimes, and I have a hard time to pull it through. The twisted stitch. So it did. It caught my yarn, and I couldn't pull the damn thing through. But now I got it.
You go too hard under the X, that happens.
I'm not going under the X. I'm taking the front one twice.
Okay.
F2. No, I think the first 14 weeks we called it quarantine nalbinding. You weren't there yet. That was Virginia and I and Mona came in around week 5. And then we decided, okay, we're kind of all done with this quarantine thing. I mean, we are open. The lockdown is something that's happening across the ocean, but not so much here anymore. So then we called it Viking nalbinding because we were all doing Viking at the same time.
It was kind of back and forth, but
now Viking nalbinding has a new meaning because when you came into the picture, now it's the Viking, and I started doing more desk work, so I'm not so much Viking right now lately, and now it's the nalbinding, so it's Viking and nalbinding. It kind of went that way. But no, you popped in. I remember the first time I was shocked as shit. We kept saying it because we'd asked people if they wanted to be on it. And anyway, did you want to come and talk today, Karl? And you're like, yeah, maybe. No, Karl doesn't. When the clock ticks 6, he's done for the day. But then all of a sudden, we hear this person kind of creeping up behind the house. We're sitting at, and we're like, the hell is? Oh my God, it's a Karl! He doesn't do this shit. What the hell? He came out. And then you start telling a story about your testicles. And then, no, it wasn't your testicles, but it was a fighting maneuver anyway that we were dying laughing of earlier in the week. And he was retelling the story.
No, I can tell this story now because
which involved the word testicles, and we tested a new limit to YouTube.
Most of the people who are watching right now didn't see that episode.
It's around week 30,
I can
36
kind of
max.
redo it.
Okay.
It's an actual historical technique from an Italian fencing master called Fiore di Libera. That translates to the flower of liberty. he is a great guy with the longsword. And among other things, he brags about winning 4 duels in a day, not wearing any armor except from gloves, specifically mentioned. He wrote a book called Der Batalgia, basically about fighting. And his it's for the people who gone to the Teachers Academy. His pedagogic style is basically going, okay, I will teach you wrestling. Then he gives you a system of wrestling, which is basically a set of positions that you move through in a certain order to cause the effects you want. And then it says, okay, I'll teach you dagger fighting. And dagger fighting is everything I've taught you about wrestling, plus these few small things. And then it says, okay, I'll teach you the longsword. And the longsword is everything I taught you about wrestling, dagger fighting, plus these few things. And this is not, it's not martial art in the modern sense, where basically everything is calibrated to be equal. He doesn't give a flying fuck. So if you are stronger than your opponent, then absolutely use that and use it to your advantage. And he has one technique in dagger fighting that only works if you are somewhat stronger than your opponent. And if Karin turns the camera around, I can show you what I'm talking about.
Oh, no, you gotta do it over here. Hang on a minute, girl. Just stay where you are. Here.
I
No,
just-
no, Carl.
I
Jeez.
just need the knife.
Okay. Yeah, but you have to turn around that. I'll push it further out and then you can reach here. Do it over here. I was looking it up. It might be week. Oh, I think it's week 26.
Do you see me well?
A little bit. You can see on the screen. That's why I put you here. If you move the box, you'll have more foot space. There.
So
I just see you and your long pointy object.
it's basically a counter against an attack that comes in
With
like
rice.
this. So a low stab. And this counter requires that you are a lot stronger than your opponent. But if you are, it works perfectly. It's been done against me, and I have no good counter against it.
Oh, you tell it for a minute. I'll be right back.
So if I am the defending party, the dagger comes against me like this, with my opponent's hand on top of the dagger like this. I grab it and push it back. Then, from my opponent's perspective, it looks like this. The dagger now disappears between my legs. I don't really think I'm getting this clearly on camera, but then my opponent steps behind me, grabs my wrist, and lifts my hand upwards. And as I pointed out on YouTube the first time I was on this channel, this might hurt because some people have tested it.
Week 26. Repeat that line, Carl.
What?
This might hurt because
Some people have testicles.
yeah, no, we were laughing our asses off. But okay, so I found it. It's a bit of a ways in, but if you see Carl on camera, it's not too much after because he comes in around. Yeah, I see 35. You weren't there. Week or minute 35. We need to plug it in again. Sit back. Carl got so excited he yanked the plug out of the phone. There we go. I'll get you the link here. Copy. There you go. Somewhere from minute 35, Carl creeps in. Anyway, so we were just about dying because when we were surprised as hell that Carl was there, because he doesn't do this sort of thing. And then you were actually came a little bit more frequently after that. But it also happened to be somewhere around the time where Virginia was getting tired of doing YouTube. She had a lot of work and other things too.
I think that was a few months later.
Yeah.
These
Somewhere around there though, anyway, because then Greg pops in for a while, and then Carl pops in all the time. This is a good one. I want this one. I know it has caramel. Yum. These were good. I'm impressed those have made it 3 weeks.
This tastes like nougat and cigarettes.
That's because you're a smoker and you should probably wash your hands.
Maybe.
Torben says, Karl, 4 to 5 kilos and sharp objects. This should be good. Don't encourage him.
This is for reenactment. It's not an actual sharp object.
What do you say on your tour? As you noticed, our weapons here are not sharp. Yep. Why you
don't have enough volunteers to use sharp ones?
The real ones, yeah. Okay, I have to go back up a little bit. There was some more fun stuff in here before you were telling your story. Yeah, Karin was making a little beanie and finished 2 + 2. Apparently dyed with onion skins. Yep, and that one's been finished and long gone sold now. That's still one of my favorite hats. That hat.
Onion skins is deep yellow, right?
Yeah. So it and then every once in a while there was a little piece of black in it as well, because I was trying to use up a little ball of yarn.
I'm trying to know more than what I tell on the guided tour, but
actually, I think I have that picture. It's way down on Instagram. Oh, this might take too long to load. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's gonna take too long to load. Anyway, but it's somewhere towards the one of the hats on. It's on Instagram somewhere. Anyway, but yeah, that was what we were doing in the first one. Yeah, but the beginning episodes, we were sitting there looking out there going, you could play field hockey and nobody would hit you. And normally there are semis running the street very frequently.
That's another thing. Why is there naked people running on the walkways now?
Tell this story. This was a new one. I did not see this one before, but Marie walks that morning.
One of our
not the street, the footpath.
One of our co-workers has on 2 separate occasions run across naked people just running wild and free in the...
She said it was just going boing, 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 boing.
the local environment. This is something you could have done fairly safely during COVID.
Yeah, no problem
But
during COVID.
now, you will run into someone. And the odds are like 100%.
Sarah's reading chat. Torben says, your weapon may be blunted, but so is your guide right now. No, but that was one thing, and the other was Tufa even made like a little joke, about all these CCTV cameras. In London, it looks like this. In New York, it looks like this. In Gudvangen, it looks like this. And he has a picture of Marie and I sitting with our quarantinis. Virginia. Yeah, Virginia and I sitting with our quarantinis in the window, looking out the window, because that's how you can never like. Georg is going to the store. Oh, he's coming back now.
Holy fuck.
You could tell. You knew when you could go to the store too. We share the parking lot with the store. You knew when people would go in and out, we're like, okay, it's safe to go to the store. And then you get to the store, you're like, and you run in the door, you grab whatever you need and you get out of the door. And then you sanitize everything when you get back in again.
No, I am having trouble basically wrapping my head around how fucking weird of a time this pandemic actually was.
It was really
because so many times I walk into a store with my
bare feet too. Yeah, I think
COVID mask on, and for some reason, every time I walk into a shop and take on the mask, I want to cough.
Yeah,
and I just can't, because then everybody will think I'm infected. So you're just going.
That happens when you're filming with a camera too, and you don't have a gimbal. No, even with a film, or even with a gimbal. When you're filming a reel or whatever, I have to send some of these to for social media. So filming this reel, and then you can't make any noise. For one, if you hold your breath, you're a little bit more stable, but also you don't want to be like. They don't need to know how out of shape you are in the background. So you're sitting here filming it, and you're holding your breath because
I'm your fault.
Yes, and then you finally finish. You're like. Oh! We have some more pictures to show, by the way.
And also, during the pandemic, my threshold for sick leave
Raymond was recovering for a stroke.
was like comically low. Because if I think it is even a theoretical chance that I might start coughing uncontrollably through a guided tour, I just stay home sick. Because
Not good.
we can't have the tourists think that I'm actually infected them with COVID. I don't think I ever had that thing, by the way.
What, when COVID?
Yeah.
It took me about 3 years to get it.
Yeah, but you had it. I don't think I ever did.
Yeah, but we know how I got it. My kid brought it home from school. She never got it, which is
No.
kind of funny, but she carried it. And so then I got it, and then I was home for 2 weeks, and then,
She just licked somebody.
yeah, I don't know. They breathed on something she brought home anyway.
Mm.
Novia says, lockdown, emotional damage. I was trying to tell my kids, I'm like, you are living through something that nobody else has ever. You're going to have a story to tell your grandkids that nobody else can compare.
The thing is, the way I work mentally,
Mhm.
COVID was like almost a vacation to me.
Yeah, actually.
Because
It was like a vacation.
I am extrovert when I'm doing this. I'm extrovert when I'm working and guiding. But otherwise,
Small one.
people can just fuck off. I'm perfectly happy just sitting and scrolling on my phone and playing computer games, or just ignoring that other people even is a factor that exists in my world.
Mm-hmm. Except you had cabin fever at your house.
Not really.
Don't need to go too much into detail, but
No,
yeah, for a sudden reason that either that one was coming down to the village,
I was fine.
and then the other way around. No, yeah, the other one was coming down to the village, so you didn't have cabin fever, but
I
your roommate.
caused cabin fever in my roommate to some extent.
You
but,
did, yeah, because your roommate was coming down.
I was perfectly fine.
No, that was right. It was the other way around. It was the roommate that needed yeah, when we were finally able to have more people come through the door, but more people being our coworkers.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, the boss was so panic stricken that it was just us that were in there. The first preman to walk in the door, I think, had quarantined for like 5 weeks.
Under the circumstances, with what we knew back then, that actually makes sense.
No, it did.
So I'm not really holding him.
No. And I still think only half the staff has ever gotten COVID.
I think most of them have had it.
Yeah, maybe.
I think I'm a kind of rare exception.
Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 have gotten it now, but didn't realize it.
Fjallar obviously never gets sick.
No.
He is like superhuman and above everything. But I think mostly everyone else has had it.
No, I don't think Runa got it, but then at some point he might have just gotten sick and not realized it was. Because after a while it started looking more like a cold, a really bad cold. But, no. Anyway, I got pictures to show, and I gotta keep showing here. Okay, Nikki says they had 2 lockdowns. That's right, I remember that. New Zealand had 2 lockdowns. She said the first one was fun. I didn't have to teach, and my kid was little enough to do movies and popcorns. But the second one was not fun. PJ said not being allowed to socialize was actually quite refreshing. But my sister was battling cancer that year and I couldn't visit her. And then Raymond was saying he was finally allowed to drive a car again after was it a stroke, I think? Yeah. And then of course they couldn't go out. So Novia said the bonus was getting to work from home. I actually agree with that, although I already was working from home 4 days a week.
But this has really opened the
3 days a weekend.
Doing administrative and office work from home, because all the infrastructure that was constructed during COVID still exists.
We started doing online guiding.
So yeah, but we stopped after COVID because there wasn't really.
No, but we had never even considered online guiding before. Let's see, I have to show some pictures here. Torben sent some photos. Actually, we'll zip in a quick one from Robert Reynolds. He says, my view for today and tomorrow. Da-da-da-da. He can't complain. Look at that. That's Robert's view for today and tomorrow.
Is he in Denmark?
It's not Denmark. There's a hill. There's a couple of hills. It's Scotland, but no, obviously not in the Highlands. But it looks bright and sunny and warm. And it looks like walking to that shoreline and back would not be a huge chore. Here you got to like cross mountains and things. You might have to jump over a fence, up a fence.
You don't have to cross any mountains to get to the shoreline here. But...
No, you got to go down, but on the way back in, it looks like Scotland, says Raymond. That was kind of a fun thing about taking a train from Leeds to Swindon. We got to see the terrain change quite a bit in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to see. Oh yeah, there was Let's see. Torben was asking how the raging Mintu monster was doing today. I said he was hiding in. This is after YouTube last time. I told him that Karl was hiding in a corner polishing his Otgeir. I made him eat tikka masala before going to bed. Tried to grab a photo, didn't get around to it. And he said, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have access to do much to access to adult money. And this is what he ended up buying.
Oh, you're back on last episode.
I think we showed this on the last episode. Yeah, the Skopek destroyers, the Tomb Blades, warriors. No, this is after the Scythe. This is after the Mintu.
Okay.
So he went back again.
I know that you showed me this before, but
yeah, I showed it to you, but it was in the office. I didn't show it to you. This one looks cool. That'd be a fun one to paint. Let's see if I can zoom. There. Oops, I'm burping. It's because I'm drinking soda. Let's see, then Nick says, I just see I knocked over my container of Viking spit last night. Uh-oh. Hopefully it was the artificial Viking spit, not the actual. Oh, yes. Then we sent a picture of Karl getting super excited about the picture I showed him. It was in a car. I showed you in the car on the way home. Then he says, Happy Grimgor. I said, Jealous Grimgor. Who's Grimgor, by the way?
Grimgor Ironhide, Warhammer Fantasy. The greatest orc word boss that ever lived.
Yeah. This is the project of the week. He hates him, says Torben. He's got a lot of little parts on him, I see. That's going to be a lot of... Or you just get away with a lot of dry brushing. No, that's going to be a lot of paint.
Mhm.
What do you think? I like the fingers. He's got a cool tail, too.
That's so annoying. That's so hard to kill.
Are they? So are you telling Torben that it was a good investment, even though he hates painting it?
Yeah, it's... I've been playing Kill Team with Torbjörn. Not Torben, but
Yeah.
Torbjörn.
Bjorn, yeah.
And I can get his guys down. That's not a fucking problem.
Yeah.
The problem is that I just bounce back up again and run to a corner on the side of the map, so I can't get the points for killing them.
Oh, we have to plug in again. There was a bunch that I missed on there. No, my kids are going to have a great COVID.
So I think I should
Gonna Viking.
probably have like a goblin with a blunt toothpick that has just one job. As soon as one of those fuckers is down, just follow it and keep poking it forever.
Poke. Okay.
Are you a goblin with a blunt toothpick?
Yes, I'm a goblin with a blunt toothpick. Robert says that's the view from the foot of Dumbarton Castle looking across the Clyde estuary. I want to stay in a castle. That would be cool. We don't have those in the United States. And anything we call a castle in the United States is just wannabe European. Nikki says oh yeah, we talked about that. Nolvia says, is Warhammer are Warhammer ogres from space? I know what she's doing here.
Warhammer 40,000 Ogrin is kind of from space. They're abhumans. They're humans that have evolved to live on a planet that is, what should you say, ogre friendly. Ogres in Warhammer Fantasy, Torben can probably go into more details about this because he actually collects the fuckers, are just bulimic psychopaths who will eat their opponents. And they are not human as far as I know. Or if they are human, they're so Eastern European that it doesn't really matter that they are human because they have become abnormal.
Let's see, turn it this way. There you go. Muppets from space! This could be, no?
Not entirely sure what this has to do with the price of eggs.
That's because there you gotta be from space. Okay, plug me in again here.
I need to go and smoke, so let me pause
All
before
right.
you plug things.
I'll catch up some more on chat here. I could choose some more needle binding too. Oh, actually, needle tensioning actually, because Torben's needle pouch that I'm making him is needle tensioned. I just have so much stuff on the table now. I don't know where to put things. We'll just put that there. Put the chocolate box there. It looks like a fun party here. Okay. So for his yarn, oops, forgot my nose again. There we go. For his pouch, I'm using this super fat yarn. It's got a little bit of acrylic in it, I think, too. But it's enough wool that I can. Let's see, I'm using the outside here. Crap, if I know where it went. It's enough wool in it that I can splice it anyway. Okay, something like that. Actually, I think I'm using the top part. I couldn't remember which end I was using. It started to fall apart as I moved it around. I was using the middle. Okay. So here's his pouch. I have no idea where I put my needle. Oh, I put it in the box. The box of stuff. There we go. Needle, my big needle, which is made with a Gudvangen. I forget the name of that in Norwegian or English, but linden maybe. It's linden. Anyway, poisonous, but it has really cool two-tone wood. So first, we're gonna do that spit splice that I was talking to you about. Good thing I had chocolate Torben. Oh, I have to see what Novia sent. That looked like fun. Okay, let's see. I have to splice. I thought there was wool on the end of this, but and then I have to go a couple stitches in so that, let's see, there we go. Alrighty. And then try to have to hug the gimbal to show you what I'm doing here, but I just have to do a couple stitches to get past my splice because my splice is weak considering the amount of acrylic that's in this yarn. That means that's why I also used a very long overlap on the splice because it will come undone. I just need it to stay spliced long enough for me to do a couple stitches. There we go. Okay. And then, so needle tensioning, that's why this looks so nice and tight. This one I'm just doing Oslo F1. So it's one behind my thumb and one in front of my thumb. But when you're needle tension, you take it completely off your thumb and you tension it to your needle. That's why it was very important that I use the same needle for this. Because I didn't want it to be too loose. He's going to be using it as a dice bag. And of course I took laziest amount of yarns. There you can see it kind of is coming undone a little bit, my splice. But yeah, so I'm doing F1, one from behind, one forward. That's Oslo. Take it off my thumb, tension it to the needle, and then move on. So there we go. We got a little bit more needle binding in today while Karl was out smoking. Sorry, there it wants to split. There we go. Tension to the needle. You can after tension if you're eyeballing it, and a lot of people who needle bind, it's also very it's a single ply wool, so it'll come undone quite quickly, but this is also tricky for me to do it while hugging a gimbal and a cord. Anyway, but you get the idea with that one. But a lot of people who needle bind flat, as they would say, where you're not using your thumb or off the thumb, not using the thumb, but their tension might vary because they can also tension it, but they might, if they're tensioning it to the needle, it'll be even, but if they're not and they're after tensioning it, then every time they would have to after tension it the same amount. And that's tricky, really tricky to do. So a lot of people who are not needle binding with the thumb might have an issue or will struggle with keeping things even. So each row looks the same thickness, the same width. But it can be done if you tension to the needle. Okay. There's going to be a lot of blood, sweat, and tears going into that pouch, Torben. little bit of aggression. Catching up here. Donna Smith says, "No Scotland, no party." uh, let's see. I got some hearts out of writing that one. No Scotland, no party. Okay. And then there we go a little bit further up. Yeah, that's where we're talking about the view for the Dumbarton Castle. The little bit further. PJ says all Scots are reportedly in the US drinking in the States dry. Drinking the States dry. That could be. Is Scotland playing football at the moment? Asks Nikki. You know, I haven't actually been watching. I haven't been keeping up on that. The only thing I see is okay. So they shot the football. The Norwegian football team shot the photo outside, right on the Gudvangen fjord. That's right outside our village. The picture. However, it is digitally done. Okay, David Yarrow came and took the picture, did it in black and white, whatever, used some Viking fills, and he also put a big ass green screen in one section for where he was going to be putting in digitally adding a Viking ship. So when you see that, anyway, the thing that kind of bugs us all is that it looks very II, but the background is Gudvangen, and that actually was taken here. Remember the photo, but the dock on the front that they added, that's added in after. The football team in this AI looking football gear that were Viking costumes, that was added in after. Anyway, so the picture's kind of fun, but I will always know that, yeah, but that's not what it actually looks like, and it's going to bug me a little bit that way, but it is quite fun. And then they kind of went off on this whole Viking thing. That creates a bit of a controversy back and forth as to, for some odd reason, I don't know, I didn't care to get into it. But it started everybody rowing now. So now instead of going like, you know, where you're clapping and then faster, faster, faster kind of a thing, now they're all row, row. And they've completely taken off on social media. So this part, I got to say, Norway did a good job there. They have got like a runic looking font on their suits or on their uniforms. And the stadium is all doing row, row. And then they even did one where they did so much rowing that the whole stadium got up and went off to Norway. They have them on, I think Roger sent me one where they're sitting, maybe it was Pruda, sitting on an escalator going row, row as they're going up the escalator. So here I'm thinking in memory of Karl over here and his biggest critique on the Vikings TV series, they are actually rowing in the correct direction. And now latest one I've seen is in the Norwegian Tinghuset or Stortinget, the courtroom kind of a thing. All of the barristers or whatever you want to say that are sitting in there all stop talking about whatever they're doing for a minute and they all just start rowing as well. So that was kind of insane. Anyway, but other than that, that's about all the football stuff I've been watching lately. I did say that Norway was going to go up against Iraq, and at the same time I said Iraq, and then I'm like, wait, no, Iraq. But they're going up against Iraq. I have no idea how that turned out either. Football match. Are you watching any of that?
Of course not.
Of course not. We're Vikings. We don't do football. Football does Viking. Okay, then we gotta plug it back in again. Do you feel, are your wits about you now?
No.
Ah, good job. Okay, good thing we have to clean the house today. And just now, says Torben, I discovered I've been using my earpods upside down this whole time. The audio quality kind of improved by 300%, and I feel kind of sheepish. Torben.
Upside down.
Yeah, if you put them, yeah, if you, so they're pointing up instead of I don't know. I'm not gonna bring mine out. It'll automatically take over my phone if I put them in, but
So the thing is pointing up.
that's usually what upside down means.
Okay.
Sometimes I put them in the wrong ear and then that doesn't fit right and I can't figure out why. And then Albert rightly asks, too much gin and tonic, Torben? Night, do not scratch my couch. Torben says, especially since I'm a sound engineer. That's true. You just made my night, Torben, says Robert. Wow, these pods are amazing. I'm really bad about caring about sports, says Nikki. Yeah, no, I gotta say, I used to play baseball. That was fun, but I don't watch.
It reminds me of a Finnish joke I heard once.
Yeah?
You have this Finnish wood lumberjack called Pekka, who comes back to the shop and hands
Did
in
you
his
say his name was Pecker?
Pekka.
Okay,
It's a
Pekka.
very common
Okay,
Finnish
okay.
name.
All right.
And he hands back his chainsaw and says, Den virkar inte.
It doesn't work.
Doesn't
That's
work.
Swedish, not Finnish.
It's... I could cut 100 trees a day with the old one, but this one I can only cut 3 trees a day. It sucks. I want a refund. So the shop employee is a little bit confused by this. So he says, is there a problem with the chainsaw? I can show you. Maybe we can have a look at it.
Mm.
So he takes it out and starts it up, and Pekka looks at it and says,
I keep hearing Pecker.
Satan, brummar den nog? Oh fuck, it makes sounds.
Devil, it's making noises too. Or it's vibrating. Brummer.
It makes growling noises.
Okay. Was that the joke?
Yep.
Okay. Good one, Karl.
I think it is.
Okay, I only know one joke, Finnish joke. How do you know if a Finlander is extroverted? I've told you this one before. Because they're looking at your feet when they're talking to you. Anyhow, I've heard that joke told about Swedes and Norwegians too, actually. Anne says, I made a promise to watch the Belgians, but only when they play at the finals, so like never. Aw. Torben says, JBL something something. Okay, that's his good quality ones. Oh, by the way, Novia said the Scots are putting traffic cones on our statues. Sent Karin a picture. I have to see. I think it's kind of cute. She said, oops, now it's loading. Hang on a minute there. I went straight, I clicked on a link and I didn't mean to click on the link. So I'll go back to the picture here so I can get what she wrote. My computer is thinking.
Do you have any Finnish people watching right now?
I wouldn't know. Chemo, maybe. Chemo's fun. He tri-wields. When we were playing Warcraft in the day, he would always comment that he was tri-wielding at the moment, which is kind of interesting considering you only have 2 hands. So where does the third sword go? She said the Scots are bringing their cone antics to Huntington Beach. Let's see.
Cone antics?
I'm embracing my Scottish ancestry, enjoying the Tartan army, and putting traffic cones on statues. Oh, that's the actual post, though. There we go. Oh, that's so cute. But where was the traffic cone? Where did they find it from? Because it might need it.
I don't care. That's Scottish.
Oh, okay.
Traffic is something that happens anyway.
So what do you think, Raymond? What did you do that?
Oh, Torben, speaking of traffic mischief, do you remember the big round balls that put up as decorations in Sogndal? That were just attached to the ground with an iron bolt about this long?
Oh God, what did you guys do?
We didn't. Well, at least I didn't. Torben might have, but some students took one of those things and rolled it down a hill.
Oh Jesus.
It's a granite ball. This wide. So yeah, no, it has some kinetic energy when it hits shit.
How wide was it? Gotta snuggle.
Yeah, it's actually more than that, but half my length wide, pretty much.
He said proudly. He said,
Not that length, woman.
he said with pride. Raymond says, I have a lot of Scottish ancestry on my mom's side. Okay, so we're blaming Raymond for this now. Robert says the traffic cone thing started with the equestrian statue of the Duke of Wellington in Glasgow. Albert says the guy used a chainsaw as a saw. What was this one?
That's the joke, woman.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of I'm mixing my jokes here. PJ says, asks Torben, I'm using a cheap bone conductor set that are surprisingly good. And I caught up. Oh, he says, I remember this happening, but it wasn't me, says Torben.
Yeah.
And that's your story and you're sticking to it?
No,
No, seriously, how would you detach that flipping thing?
you just roll it back and forth enthusiastically and drunkenly until it comes loose. It's
I have a
not
very
that hard.
vivid imagination. I can see Karl. It would look a little bit
We were peripherally involved in the theft of a Christmas tree.
it would in my head it would look a bit like that. Rolling it back and forth enthusiastically until it breaks loose. No? You know what? I didn't do strange Viking age finds. I should look for a couple of those real quick because we're getting very late now, especially since we have to clean up a little bit before my kid comes tomorrow. Let's see, one more stitch just to prove I'm working on it. I took way too much length of this yarn. I forgot that it unspins quite easily. Okay. Let's see what I have in my stash here. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, like I said, I posted a teaser for the needle binding festival. It is a go. Anne's gonna come all the way from Belgium. Yay! Yeah, there will be 2 days of lectures, and then our Freeman will also be doing some workshops as well while they're here. One of them is definitely doing plant dyeing of wool. I think another one is holding needle binding for beginners. Another one, Audra was wanting to hold one for socks, course on how to make socks. So these will be the things we can do during the opening hours of the village, and then the lectures are after hours because we close at 2:00 that day. Let's see. No, I think I did actually plow through all my Viking age finds. Okay.
One of our friends in Sogndal stole a Christmas tree during the Christmas decoration, well, obviously in December. And then he just had it in his apartment until the 17th of May. And then he just put it back where he took it, wrapped in police tape for some reason, with the note, then it became Christmas anyway. Thanks for the loan. Here is your tree back. 20% battery, your thing says.
Oh, yeah. It's okay. That's because I didn't plug it in. I was looking for a strange Viking age find, but we're okay for a little bit. You know what? Most of them, they're just...
Torben wrote something about an Eskimo sign. Can you see if you can see it?
Yeah, let's see. Raymond says, I may have put a cone on a statue before. You know, the first time I went to your house and saw where your bedroom was, I saw there was a traffic cone in there too. Would you like to explain that, Karl, while we get a little bit more
No
pottery?
traffic cone, but there was some signs that...
There were a few street signs there too. One for the... I thought you had a traffic cone in there.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Torben says, I remember this happening, but it wasn't me. This was further back. Christina says, not making it for a Nalbinding in November, but we'll be back in Norway next June to see you. Yay! You might have to bring more chocolate. We're finally getting to the end of it. There's not much left. Now there's even less left. It's so good though. What a fun treat. Torben says, I stole a big Eskimonica sign outside Narvesen in Sogndal and ended up in a foot chase running from Securitas while dragging the sign and Ustein. Luckily, Asbjorn is a slow runner. Christina says, will do. It's so good. Let's see.
Asbjørn is...
I'm assuming Asbjorn was working for Securitas?
Yeah. And he's a kind of a common friend of me and Torben. and played role-playing games with us in
that
Sogndal,
was
but
good.
he had breaks from Sigurd.
Hmm.
And he's from the north of Norway, so Harstad. He walks around in a t-shirt in the middle of winter and brags about Sogndal not being cold. So in minus 30 degrees, he's still complaining about it not being cold enough. And for some reason, I can't really put my finger on. He is a very calm person. But if you want to get him from slightly annoyed to really, really angry very quickly, call him a Sami person.
Oh,
That gets his goat very quickly.
is he from Lapland? Or I guess you can't call him Lapland
He's from
anymore.
Harstad, so he lives kind of nearby the Sami people. And
I really don't like it if you call him Lap. I grew up when hearing it was Lapland. Well, what is correct then if not Sami?
he is not in any way Sami.
Oh, okay.
He is completely very, very. He looks like a Viking.
Well, doesn't everybody in Norway except you? You look like a Spaniard.
Yeah, I look more like a Sami person than he does.
Okay.
And another common friend of ours insulted him by basically walking into the room and to not put a too fine a point on it, accused him of having intimate relations with reindeer. So Asbjørn basically just bounds up, grabs this guy, and starts to bend him into a pretzel. And I just can't help myself. I'm watching this and I'm going, what am I watching? Is this the Sami national team of wrestling? And Asbjørn drops him and immediately turns towards me and just starts running. So I run, and as Torben says, he's not a fast runner, but he's a really big guy. Yeah, and he is a security guard, so he's pretty powerfully built. And I completely panic. So instead of running out through the open fucking entrance, I run into the toilet for disabled people, where he catches up to me, basically grabs me by the throat and lifts me up to the wall like that and goes, I can't really kill you either because you're the game master. And then he just puts me back down and walks up.
Puts you back down. Okay, I have one here. We can try to figure out. Let's see. Let's see, I've got too much stuff on the table here. Take your phone. Da, da, da. What is that?
It's jewelry. It's always jewelry.
It pretty much is. Oops, sorry. There we go.
This looks to be a mosaic of some sort.
Yeah. What kind of jewelry is this? I mean, is it earring?
No. Well, if it was, that would be pretty fucking. That would be a pretty fucking big deal because we have no evidence of earrings from the Viking Age.
Okay.
So it's probably a brooch. It might be an end piece of something, but I would say most likely a brooch.
Nikki says it's a tiny wearable chessboard game.
Yeah.
Maggie says the cat ate that and returned to sender. It kind of looks like that, actually. But what do you think the material is?
Just by looking at it.
Yep. It could be kitty nibble, says Nikki. The cat is very interested in it.
Gold, copper, and oxidized silver.
So I was pointing at the cat. Oops, Carla was very interested in it. You say gold and oxidized silver?
Yeah, and copper.
Anything else? And copper?
Yeah.
Okay, do we have any more guesses as to what that might be? It kind of looks like a pizza. Odd shaped pizza, though. It's like a pizza within a pizza slice within a pizza slice. I gotta say, I kind of like the wearable chessboard game. Let's see there. PJ says it looks like the plan of a burial chamber or something designed. Very odd design. Maggie says painted rock. Nikki thinks it's a shark tooth necklace. Yeah, that has that shape actually. That's the whole piece anyway. If it was, this way. Yeah. Any more you want to add to that, Karl?
No.
Should we reveal
Yeah,
what it is?
go for it.
A triangular brooch with glass mosaic and gold enamel from Ireland or England, and found in the grave within the rock crevice. This grave had been opened earlier. Remains of the grave goods were found outside and around the grave. Nikki said, "You guys have sharks in the northern seas, right?" Yeah, you have sharks. We have killer whales right out in the Gudvangen fjord, but they come in and out.
Yes, but they're not sharks.
No, they're whales.
The type of shark we have is called horcharing.
Yeah. Which is okay. I don't know what a horse sharding is.
No, it's the name of the fucking shark.
Gold inlaid with cloison brooch. I'm not even sure if I want to say that. But yeah, it's a brooch anyway. So there is something else that kind of there's this whole article. There's something else that's going to be kind of a stupid one to play this game with, but it is interesting. Okay, what are we looking at here?
You're looking at an archaeological trench, and it's probably, if I'm to take a wild stab in the dark, it's Denmark, because they seem to have the ship-shaped burial formations. And not using an actual ship when you have a ship burial is a Danish thing. You use stones in the shape of a ship instead.
Okay, I didn't know that, but that explains why some of them have, because all over Fredrikstad area and around there, you find a lot of these stone.
Yeah, no, I keep telling you, the Eastern Norwegians are just Danish people who moved away.
Okay, and then if we zip quick, all right, that
It's a stone.
it's a stone, but it's a special stone
Is it?
with regards to this burial. And I don't know how to really point out what it is, but do you know of, in a stone burial such as you were showing there with the shape of the boat, one special stone? This would be a female grave, by the way.
I can't see
I don't really understand.
difference that Mike.
I mean, now that I know what it's supposed to be, the shape of the stone has a bit of a depiction in it that I would not have looked for. That looks like a grinding stone for grains, says Nikki. What Karl said Robert.
I see a round stone. That's all I see here.
Okay, because this one I have to kind of read. But I'm not even sure if you can see it. I mean, it's not like this rock, maybe, but it's like taken out already and put onto grass, so it's hard to tell where the rock came
It
from.
might symbolize the front or the back because it's not elongated, but I don't see
Round
it.
stone, says PJ. Yep. Well, if I look closely or now, what I see what it is, I can draw conclusions that aren't necessarily there. I could see a grinding stone, said Maggie. Yeah, I think I could see that as a grinding stone too. This is, if we go up to the beginning of this article here, to where why wasn't she buried wearing jewelry? None of the graves, this is going a little too far back though, but none of the graves contain any human remains. That's the problem with Western Norway. The soil here consumes the bone remains. The glass beads and coins that formed the necklace in this woman's grave were found atop a dark organic mass. Archaeologists wonder if they might have been inside a leather pouch. But why wasn't she wearing her jewelry when she was buried? It's possible that she was never buried at all. Or is it possible that she was never buried at all? Archaeologists speculate whether the grave might be a cenotaph. What's a cenotaph? Oh, an empty grave that serves as a memorial. Because there's one more thing. It's a small detail, but insanely interesting. In the middle of the boat grave, so it is that one, actually. It is this one. In the middle of the boat grave, there was a stone marking the mast of the boat. When the archaeologists turned it over, they saw what resembled a vulva stone. The stone looked like female genitalia, and now I can't unsee it.
I still can't see it.
Well, it's not like you can find it in real life.
Any fucking clack is a female genitalia, and then holy fuck!
There's some lips going on there.
Then the Sognefjord is the best depiction of wet female genitalia that you'll ever find. It's stupid.
I had it picked, said Raymond. He knew. Not for kids. Looks like a possible Clarnstone, says Robert. And the two lines on the side on the stone, are a labia, says Raymond. He had it picked, yes. Not for kids. He's so proud that he had it right, and then he announces that it's not for kids. Nikki said, I feel like these guys are grasping at straws with this interpretation. No, I mean, I would not have thought of that either. But
Yeah, no, but when Raymond sees it too, then there might be something to it, but holy fuck, I can't see it.
see, Raymond's very proud of himself. No, but I could see a little indentation there. This would be lip 1, lip 2.
Yes, but if every little indentation is a bloody pussy,
Okay, some guys need a map.
I think most guys.
What PJ said, laugh out loud, says Robert. PJ wrote, did I get that one on there? Roundstone. Okay, anyway, it goes on to say, this is the stone that the archaeologists called a vulva stone, or that they called it a vulva stone, from the University of Museum of Bergen. That stone resembles a woman. That the stone resembles a woman is no coincidence. It's so obvious, says Dinoff.
Oh my god. So, let me get this straight.
It's so, I mean,
Gudrun is lost at sea, so we can't bury her body. But let's bury this bag.
Maggie gets it.
So let's bury this bag of her jewelry and this stone that vaguely resembles a cunt.
You and I might need to spend a little more time at home, Karl. No, they agree. Okay. See, says Nikki. It's a coffee bean, says Novi. Then Megan says what Karin said, clearly a map. Emerald said they've been away from home too long. Peaches says I really hate that tendency to make every little random thing suddenly have a weird meaning. Anyway, so yeah, was it placed here to symbolize a woman who may not have been buried in the grave? This theory offers a possible explanation for why the objects here were not found on a skeleton.
But Jesus Christ. We don't have the woman to bury her, so let's put this waggly pussy-like stone in her grave instead.
This stone that resembles... Oh, no, it says... where is it? It's so obvious! I would not have known until I saw vulva stone. Why do they... I guess that could be a vulva. So there you go. If there's not enough of me to bury, just put a pussy-shaped rock in my grave and that'll do. Okay, let's see. Karl, meanwhile, is literally face-palming over here.
Yeah, I'm not convinced, to put it pretty mildly.
Let's see. Then we read about the jewelry. Let's just going to see if there were some more coins. This one is, kind of obvious, I think, what that is, but we can try it. Same article, of course.
It's a trefoil brooch.
I think it's a trefoil brooch too, but this thing is not turning. There we go. Yeah, I think that's a trefoil brooch as well. Not for kids, says Raymond. Oh, my dog, says Nikki.
So, if I'm ever lost at sea, you just bury a tree trunk?
Uh-huh. How big of a tree trunk do you think I should put in there? And don't you want any little round stones in there?
You, of all people, should know exactly how big that tree trunk should be.
No, at least I could identify a pussy rock. I mean, Jesus. We're going to go to hell. Not for kids. Okay. Coins is decoration and currency. The Hedeby coin is also an exciting find. Archaeologist Une Pedersen. She wrote the kids' book. We were at the museum together, the Viking ship museum together a couple of years ago, or maybe 6 years ago now, actually. She's an expert on the Viking age and studied jewelry, craftsmanship, and decorative objects from the period. A silver coin like this on a bead necklace shows that the Viking age was a time of transition. And
silver coin, yeah.
This would be, they didn't show a picture of it, but they're talking about the Hedeby coin. Let's see, I was waiting to get into the trefoil brooch. A new form of trade was emerging, but gift exchange still dominated in Scandinavia as a result. Silver from this period is found in many different forms. For the women buried here, it may have had greater value as jewelry. It may have had It may have told a story about her identity and the network she was a part of, says Pedersen. There was an ongoing negotiation over the meaning of silver. In this case, a coin became jewelry and was buried in a grave, but it could have easily been cut up and used as payment silver. Trefoil, yeah, there it says. Okay, trefoil brooches were popular during the Viking Age. The one found in the grave at Skumsnes was repurposed from a Carolingian sword belt fitting. Ah, okay. By the way, there, you see her name, Un Pedersen. She has a couple of kids' books out with archaeology, which is quite interesting about
Yeah.
the Viking Age. That's yeah. It was she was doing a book signing, I think, when we were demonstrating nalbinding or something at the same time. Typical wealthy woman's grave. Another piece of jewelry from the grave was originally something else. A Carolingian sword belt fitting had been transformed into a trefoil brooch. This shows how military equipment from France was repurposed into jewelry in Scandinavia. Initially, the fittings were reused and modified, and as was done here, but eventually jewelry inspired by the design began to be produced locally. Okay, so they're reproducing their weapons to make jewelry too.
Not
The
weapons,
fittings,
but
the
sword fittings. It's basically jewelry for men that the Vikings translate into jewelry for women.
they just give it a labia and call it female.
No,
No.
you give it to a woman and call it female jewelry because it's now worn by somebody who's the proud owner of labia.
Trefoil brooches became popular among women during the Viking Age. Early designs imitated the plant motifs from the original Carolingian fittings, but over time, animal motifs were favored in the Nordic regions. Became more favored in the Nordic regions, became prevalent.
Is it just me, or is it a kind of a common trend up until present day that Norwegian women and French men are dressing the same?
You're going to hell. According to Pedersen, the Skumsnes grave are typically of wealthy women's graves in the Viking Age, characterized by a combination of jewelry and textile tools. If not members of the elite, these women were certainly high up in the social and and economic hierarchy, she says. The textile tools and jewelry reflected a female role, but they also point to the reality of the reality, the archaeologist notes. Increased trade and demand for sales and textiles provided opportunities for women. Through textile work, women could accumulate wealth during the early Viking Age, she says. So you see, we don't need you guys and your damn glass beads anymore. We can earn our own income.
Yeah.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Whoops. There we found Karl again. Okay. Vulva stone. I did not know such a thing existed. I learned something new today. Anyone else want to talk about their stone?
I think this is a Freudian archaeologist who is just going, okay, every stick is a penis and every crack is a vagina. Roll with it, boys.
It's a man's grave now. There you go. I'll put it there. I thought that was clever of me. Fine. Okay, let's see what else I could find. It's hard to, most of the things I'm finding are coins to look at on here. Coins or jewelry, so like a little bit too obvious. A lot of hack silver. Oh yeah, this tiny Viking fragment may have been the closest thing we have to Odin's eye. And I have no idea what this is. It's an Instagram post. Maybe it'll link to something. But it reminds me, oh no, this isn't, what the hell? That's not the picture it was supposed to link to.
That's a ring buckle. That doesn't
Yeah,
look like a ring buckle.
but it didn't look like the what it was supposed to be. So the reason I wanted to click on it though and then show it was because I wanted to see what the article said about it. But there's got to be another.
This is Instagram.
Yeah, no, I know exactly. But okay, so we'll never really know. But I wanted to show the picture anyway because it kind of ties into another. So this one we'll just have to play guess. I see a rockabilly haircut, but this is what they were saying. This tiny Viking fragment may be the closest thing we have to Odin's Eye. So what do you think? Clickbait, or is there actually anything about it?
Right.
It was clickbait. It was clickbait. Yeah. No, when I clicked on it, that's the thing. I get to a different Viking Age find.
I don't believe this is a thing, and I need more. I need
It does look a
more
little
of.
bit like the eye or the rockabilly haircut, but
Yes, but I don't know for sure that this is.
no, we don't even
I
know what
don't
that
know the
is.
context of the find.
That's
I
why.
don't know jack shit.
But it opens up to this one.
Yeah.
And this one says Viking Age find from Egersund,
And
located at the Museum of
I
Cultural.
just say it looks more Egyptian than Viking to me, if we are assuming it's an eye.
Yeah, no, I wanted to find more of it, but there was nothing. That's a shiny Prince Albert. I liked that this one at least had the two heads facing each
Yes,
other.
but this one doesn't
It's the
have the
stamp of
opening that the ring buckle kind of
No, you
has
would
to
have to
have
have a
work.
loop underneath.
There is a way to get this to work, but holy fuck,
You
it's
would
so
need,
pleasant.
yeah. No, you would have to have a loop under. No, even that, like a loop or a hook underneath, is the only way that would work. That's a hurtful Prince Albert. No, but see, then I thought, okay, let's see if there's some similar images, but even then I just get to more clickbait. So that didn't really. No, I thought, it had the little snail hairdo. So I thought that might be something fun, but no,
This
no,
could
they
be
just keep it clickbait.
Syrian or Egyptian or something. I don't think it's
The
Viking.
ring looked Anglo-Saxon. I will wash my mouth out with soap now, says Raymond. It could be. I don't know if it's a ring. They said it was an eyeball, but I find nothing more on it, so it's clickbait. Okay. Let's see. I'll look for one more, and then we gotta start cleaning the house for my kid to come. Did the archaeologists find proof of a mythical Viking city? Speaking of things that are completely fantasy.
Woman, why are you doing this?
Because it tortures you. There you go, guys. Everything we say on this channel is true. What the hell is that?
Yeah, I really have no comments about that.
No, but it's so bad. Anyway, it's horrible. It looks like pleather. Okay, no, that was horrible. Okay, I find another one. Let's see. Uh, most of it is jewelry and coins, ingots, boat. Oh, this one. How about Viking Age teeth? We could go into that one.
What?
Viking Age teeth. Researchers find that Viking Age dentistry was probably more sophisticated than previously thought. No idea if it's true or not, but
I don't know what was previously thought, and I don't know what I have
no,
thought.
but it's an interesting conversation. So we obviously all know that those are teeth. So we don't really have to guess as what it was. But manipulated teeth. This one here, signs of habitual wear of the center incisor on the center incisors. And B,
Yeah,
you have signs of tooth picking and mandibular, incisors. C, that would be this one. Signs of modification with the opening of pulpal chamber of a mandibular molar. D, filed.
speaking fluent dentist, I don't understand the fucking word
Mandibular
you're
is a
saying.
tooth. The filed anterior teeth, which would be the this part, the front of your teeth. But that is actually a conversation itself. The filing of their teeth to look more scary, the berserkers, etc. And then E would be modified central image, or modified central incisors with fistulated apical or whatever infection. No, but this one I've seen before. They were talking about how this one could have been by people who are cutting thread with their teeth constantly, and this one they were talking about how they may have filed their teeth to look more scary. Do you know anything about this?
There are lines across a lot of finds of teeth from the Viking Age, which seems to have been made on purpose.
Mandible is the jaw, thanks. Yeah.
We don't know if that had any kind of cultural significance, or if it is something that is a consequence of the work they're doing, or if it is something they actually did on purpose. It's not mentioned with a single word in any of the sources from the Viking Age, but you see it clearly in archaeology.
What about the biting the leather to soften it? That was a good one. Nikki was asking.
Yeah, what does that have to do with the price of eggs?
No, if they did that.
They might have, but it wouldn't give you a clear line across your teeth.
This study sheds light on the prevalence of dental issues, from caries and tooth loss to periodontal disease.
Yes, but
Uh,
if I don't know what they think that we thought that Viking dentistry was like, and how this changes what they think we thought it was like, then this is meaningless. It's nothing I can say about this.
no.
One blue thing I've never seen is slightly more blue than another blue thing I've never seen.
No, I was just wondering if this was an article like that one that I'd seen before, that you could tell that people who worked with textiles would have a certain issue. Well, yeah, and like I said, the filing of the teeth, if that was a thing or not, what they had found out. But this seems to be a little bit about what they ate, and yeah. There were several signs that the Vikings had modified their teeth, including evidence of using toothpicks. We actually see that in a in a hygiene kit.
Yeah,
What we think was a toothpick.
I-
Filing front teeth and even dental treatment of teeth with infections. Notably, areas of the teeth with abrasion marks from using toothpicks showed no carious lesions. The filed anterior teeth found among the Viking
yeah, well,
remains
of course not. I don't eat any sugar.
hint at the possibility the modifications were serving as identity markers, maybe even. One particularly fascinating find was that the molars were filled holes extending from their tooth's crown into the pulp. This adaptation likely alleviated severe toothaches caused by infections, suggesting sophistication in dental procedures. Remarkably, this procedure bears a resemblance to modern dental treatments. No, but Viking dentistry in the Viking Age, that is actually kind of a thing we've never really gone into and I know nothing about. So this kind of brings up a little bit of that. Okay, so we don't have to get into it too much if it vexes you. As the tequila
It
wearing off.
vexes me because I don't know anything about it, and this article isn't really telling me anything about it.
Well, and it's something called todaysrdh.com, so I don't know how much this has anything to do with.
What they're saying sounds plausible,
Yeah.
but it's like
It was kind of cute. And then they got their references on there too, but
people say things on the internet. That's
yeah,
what I do. So
I just kind of thought that brought up an interesting thing that I haven't really thought of.
if they actually had fillings, that would be interesting.
Identity markers, asks Torben. I need to see some ID. Grin.
What we are talking about here is lines across the
Yeah,
teeth
the lines across
in
the.
the upper jaws.
Whether it was one row or three or.
The only thing we can do with this is to speculate wildly. I don't have a problem with people like Neil Price speculating wildly about this in Children of Asheran. But what we basically fall down to is that, yes, but we are speculating wildly. We just don't know.
Nolvia asked or said, how did they clean their teeth? This one is one that I point to often. It's the exact same one that looks just like the one I got from Zhezhers. This one here, if I blow it up even more, I actually have this. This is exactly what mine looks like from Greg, so it's a copy, and it could be the one from him for all I know. This one here would be a toothpick. That one there would be an earwax spoon. Then you have the tweezers, and then farther over in the corner, it's a bit more flat, like Karl's Atgeir. That one would be for fingernail cleaning. But this is replica Viking hygiene set, Novrogud, Kiev, and Rus, 10th century bronze. This is obviously something somebody's selling, and by the way, Gregor's is cheaper. But so wherever the find is that he's copying it from, I see that one gets mimicked quite a bit. But that's how I've always been told it was. Um, like a toothpick, but I don't know if they would use more than a toothpick. I mean, how do they deal with morning breath? Eat something?
How would we know?
I don't know.
It's
Not written on a runestone.
no, and obviously it wouldn't be.
Children of Ashen Elms. It's a child of Ashen Elm. But Children of Ashen Elm is a good book from Neil Price, actually, and I believe they discussed it a bit in there too. But
Okay.
I'd have
Well,
to look.
he does.
Yeah, the identity markers. Yeah, you're right. That's where I've heard it before. The filings on the teeth, etc.
Yeah. Now
Okay.
his theory is that
Anti-dentite.
it's kind of like the chevrons on a military uniform. One line is if you're a beginner, 2 lines you're slightly higher in rank, and 3 lines you are like an officer.
And then you
But
die.
I don't think we have any reason to believe that that is true. But what seems to be the case, if I remember correctly from the Children of Arsenal, you find this on male skulls in what's probably warriors. But everybody is a warrior in the Viking Age. So it might be just a guild of fishermen. We don't know. That's what I keep coming back to.
Yeah. Okay. There's one more I found for treasure in find in Scotland. I just have to find the reject all and okay, well fine, we'll just accept all of them. This I thought was kind of cool. This one I just read that it was a find in Scotland. Whoop. It's obviously thread work. Let's see if I balance this here so it doesn't jiggle.
It's relatively small. A little
Yeah.
bit longer than the last joint of my thumb.
Yeah, that's a hand, obviously.
Looks like crystal wrapped in gold. So it might be jewelry, but it also might be something like a medicine bottle or something like that.
Anybody have any guess? Maybe it's the jar for the tooth fairy.
And with those 2 choices, I think I'll go with medicine.
Shaker, says Torben.
Medicine bottle is what I'm guessing.
Medicine bottle. So I could put the teeth in there after filing them off.
How healthy do you think your teeth are?
Right now, I know I need to go and get a couple fixed. Let's see. Should we reveal what it is? That one I think was kind of cool. But anyway, it says a rock crystal jar. There are a number of things which are technically wrong when we compare it with. This is the whole article though. This is probably from the Galloway Hoard then, as they were saying. But where does it talk about that specific treasure? I do not know. Then this one is here as well. Another one that's got some really cool carving on it.
I think we had this one before.
Yeah, we have had this one before. It was because we covered part of the Galloway.
The British are so good at writing about the shit
fancy
they find
pot of
that
paint for
it
games.
sounds, you keep coming back to the same British finds over and over again.
Yeah, I know you do, and this is all in the Galloway Hoard's. I was wondering if it would talk more about that actual one, but it just says it's a rock crystal jar. Unless we got more into it here, but no, it's just this is mostly about the hoard, and of course you've got the hack silver. The discovery was made just as Galloway Hoard was set to embark on its first international tour. Then one of the most important UK archaeologist finds of the century was buried around 900 AD and unearthed in 2014. It includes an Anglo-Saxon silver cross created by a goldsmith of outstanding skill and artistry, a rock crystal jar bearing a Latin inscription that translates as Bishop Hygald had made me. Bishop Hygald had me made. Exquisite letters of gold thread. No, exquisite layers of gold thread made by the finest medieval craftsmen. They are among about 100 artifacts that originated in the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms, Ireland, as far away as Asia. Okay, so there we had a little bit more about that jar. This was a time of Viking raids. Alfred the Great was pushing back the Scandinavians and establishing the foundation of medieval England and Alba, the kingdom that became medieval Scotland. One theory is that the hoard was buried by someone fearing Viking raids at the time when ecclesiastical treasures were being stolen from the monasteries. And I think that's pretty much about all that. But okay, there you go. It's quite cool though, that one. I haven't seen one with like that much with the thread. The wiring. Okay. It was commissioned by a bishop. Anyway, I think Karl's tequila high is wearing off.
Yeah, now I'm just.
But we're also been on for like 3 hours now, so we should probably go. So much for 1 hour, not to mention I still haven't gotten my fever back, so that's a good sign. But I am a little tired, so we should go. But next week we'll be on. Yeah, I still like that though. It's a fancy pot of paint from Games Workshop. It would make a really cool pot of paint. No, but next week at 7 o'clock, I'm assuming we're not in the village. No, we want to be. We just need to have someone to be able to drive us home after, because trying to get home at 10 o'clock is a bit late.
But buttering Freeman butts is your job, not.
There's more Freeman butt to butter soon too. The village is full this week, but a lot of them came in by plane. The ones that we have here now are came by public transportation. Although you found the one Freeman with a car and that was able to drive you home.
Rune did.
Runa did.
I don't really talk to the fuckers.
Gundela drives here all the way from Germany.
Mm.
The fuckers. Karl is allergic to Freeman, so that's why he's with me. Because I used to be a Freeman. I speak for the Freeman.
But as I pointed out many times before, no hanky panky before you were an actual employee, woman.
Said the man who can't identify a vulva stone.
Except for possibly Raymond. Can anybody identify a fucking vulva stone?
PJ knew it was a vulva stone. Nikki or Maggie totally agreed about the map you might need.
After he pointed it out, yes, but it's a stone with a slight indentation on it.
Now we know why the jewelry had all those intricate labyrinth lines.
It would take me a hell of a lot longer than 45 minutes to get back home if I put my dick in every little crevice I saw.
Oh my god. No. Yeah, those paints are kind of pricey. Probably a similar price.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but then see you on Saturday. I have to side with Karl here. It looked like a bean. Novia called it a coffee bean.
And not every bean is.
When do you use the coffee bean emoji when you're chatting somebody?
I don't use emojis when I'm chatting with somebody.
Not even not even an eggplant?
Nope.
I tried.
If I need to give a more complicated message than I can do with words, I find a GIF.
Yeah. Oh, I have one more thing to show just before running away. Videos.
Going away for a second.
No, you can go away. It's only about 15 seconds here. I just realized a little bit from our visitors this week. Little representation from the village. We had some fighters in from Czech Republic, and I have to go up further to find them. There we go. Okay, it's just so you can see a little glimpse of the village this week since we're sending from home. If it loads. There we go. There are two of them from the Czech Republic. They were guarding the chieftain, or actually standing for photographs too and taking the pictures, but technically guarding the chieftain's hall this week. Let's see, then we go this way. There's some more then a little bit of video from what it looks like now, because Luli's tent is there. There are more and more tents showing up. There you can see we have lots of tourists in the valley too, in the village too. So it's getting more and more crowded. You can see there's a tent way in the back there. It goes a little quick, but this is just a reel that I sent to social media. The Chieftain's Hall has some X's on it this year. That was done in the winter because we noticed that the wind was causing the building to shift. Let's see. Here's another little, this one goes a little slower, I think. There you go, one needle binding. Another one is drumming. Up on the hill we have fighting. Slave trader's house. The old boat is used as a selfie station, the one that got broken in a storm. That was the one that used to be on the fjord. Outside the village, not the one in the village, so it matches. And there's our new little tent. It's called a wooden tent, so that vendors that are not staying in the village. There you go, there's the fighters moving around. Yeah, the freemen that aren't staying in the village can end up at that wooden tent that we made up there. There's another big tent that went behind the chieftain's hall this week. They'll be here for another week, I think. Yeah, I think that was. Maybe I do have one more. Oh yeah, that was to reveal the guards. This was just little footage I took for Eloise to use on social media. Anyway, so there you go. Now you got a little bit of the village peek too. Okay, but no, I'm gonna go because I think Karl needs to be put to bed. See you next Saturday. It'll probably be 7 o'clock, to be honest. There. Okay, have a great week. Bye bye.